Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for the final international fixture of rugby for this weekend. Fiji taking on Wales. It's at Principality Stadium. Should be a very exciting game to finish what has been a very good week of rugby that we have seen. We did see Ireland pull off a massive upset up against the All Blacks. England and Australia, they fought hard. Springboks versus South Africa, also a very good game. We did just see France versus Georgia, and in the end, France able to get the win around 41 points to 15. In the end, the total for that one, the Cricket World Cup at this stage, the final is happening as we speak. I should say. Martin Gutto has just gone out, but I hope you are all doing well. We have got there in the chat, Cyril Pelio, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, has said Fiji 38, Wales 32. Tosso Vitti in the chat from God First, and also I'm impressed with the England game yesterday. It was a very entertaining one to watch due to the fact that the Wallabies, they did fight hard, but also England, they showed their class, and now next week, they are going to be taking on the Springboks, which is going to be a very exciting one indeed. But now looking through at the lineups for this game between Wales and Fiji. First of all, looking at the home side, Principality Stadium. It's just an atmosphere and a half, that is for sure. In the front row, they have gone Reece Gear, Ryan Elias, and Thomas Francis, the same as they actually went with last week for their last matchup. So hopefully it is going to be a very good start to the match for them as well. They're going to be up against some very strong Fijian forwards for that one. Will Rowlands and also Adam Beard once again making up the locking combo. Alan Wynne-Jones injured a couple of weeks ago up against the All Blacks, which does mean he is not going to be returning for quite a wee while now, unfortunately. Alice Jenkins going to be starting at 6. He has only recently returned from a long layoff. Thomas Young slots in at number 7, plays very well for the Wasps in the Gallagher Premiership, so hopefully he can have a good performance. And Tane Basham was playing 7 last week, transitions into the number 8 jersey for this game as well. Kieran Hardy gets the start at 9 with Thomas Williams coming off the bench for this one. Then also Dan Bigger at 10. Johnny Williams and Josh Adams make up the midfield, so he is no longer out on the wing, Josh Adams. And he's a very smart man because out on that wing, Lewis Rees-Zammit, he's going to have to mark up with Joshua Tuasova. That is the best battle out on the field, in my opinion, that we are going to get to see. Also, maybe Vula taking on Dan Bigger in the number 10. Also, Alex Cuthbert out on the other wing. And then Liam Williams going to be starting at 15 to close out the starting lineup for Wales. Although I will say, overall, Johnny McNichol didn't do too badly when he was getting the opportunity in the earlier stages. Yes, the England game was good as well. And go Fiji, go, says Shakar. And also we have got there, this is going to be a good one, says Maurice. It's certainly going to be a hard-hitting affair between Wales and Fiji. Fiji, they are coming in as the underdogs, but they will fight hard. They were able to get themselves a win last week up against Spain. But I feel like that was just their first milestone that they will be trying to get. They have got Georgia next week, which will be a tough fixture for them due to the fact that Georgia at the moment, they play pretty well up against France, but this is the starting lineup that they have gone with here for Fiji. It is going to be Ravi, Matavisi, and Dog making up the front row. And then Ratunai Yarawa, that is a name that I can never quite say properly. And then Maya Navanua going to be the 2 locks for this one. Tuisui moves from the number 6, or moves to 6 from 8, I should say. Viliami Matas replacing him at 8. And then it will be Kunavula will be out on the 7 jersey for this one. Frank Lamani going to be starting at 9. Ben Fulavula at 10. And then in the midfield, Potitu and Naya Falevu, the captain, going to be starting there. Roni Sau out on one wing. Josa Tuasova, the power, the pace that Fiji have got for this one is going to be very exciting. And also, it will be Tuithuvu who will be slotting in at 15 for this game. We have also got there in the chat, match fitness intensity is something we're seeing from the Fijians, depending on this 80 minutes non-stop endurance and stamina as well. And they will certainly have to keep those offloads up, because when they do use those offloads, they can be dangerous. They can just keep on going, and they can keep that pace up. And Wales, they will be probably the more structured side, but Fiji are definitely the more unpredictable, and that is something that can work in their favour. We have got their Wakes, Wales as well. All good, Amish brother, as I said, boy. Welcome into the live stream, man. I hope everyone's doing well. I predicted Wales by 12. Fijians should give them a run for their money as well. Says bashing there, and by the sounds of it, that might be a wicket in the cricket, which is not what we like to hear, with the fact that New Zealand are batting first. But at this stage, if they just said that he did get the wicket, it was not the wicket. Sorry, it's 2 sixes in a row from Kane Williamson, which is very good indeed. He has just brought up his 50 for anyone who is curious about the Cricket World Cup final that has taken place. But looking through at Wales' past fixtures that they have had so far, they did have the game up against the All Blacks. It was a tough one when they were in their first match. They didn't have all their international players available, but now they are back to full strength, you would say, and they are looking like a very strong side. Close game up against the Springboks, only narrowly missing out on getting the victory there by 5 points. Fiji and Wales, that is the game that has taken place now. And next week, Wales are going to be taking on Australia, which should also be a very exciting fixture. And what is considered, I guess you could say, the World Cup prelim round, and also a little bit of history from the last World Cup with the final rematch that is going to be taking place between England and the Springboks, which should be a very exciting one indeed. Looking through at Fiji, they originally had the Steinlager series up against the All Blacks in New Zealand. It didn't go too well for them, but they did have promising moments throughout that one. Their game up against up against Spain, they were 10-0 down up against Spain and came back to win that one 43 points to the 13. So they were just a little bit rusty at the start, but then they showed that Fijian flair that they have got themselves. This game up against Wales they have got now, and then it is going to be the game between Georgia and Fiji next week, which is an autumn international or the Autumn Nations Cup, I should say. It is going to be the rematch from that one when it did take place. We have Oscar in the chat. I hope everyone's doing well. I predicted Wales by 12. Fijians should give them a run for the money. And Kane is a beast. He saved it for the final as well. Says Sebastian there for the cricket. And also, we'll see how rust-free they are unless that Spain, after that Spain game last week. And I think having Tuisova out on the wing, marking up with Lewis Rees-Zammit, that is going to be just something that I won't be able to take my eyes off. I mentioned it in one of the earlier live streams, I believe it was. I was going to rewatch the game probably more than likely after this one and just watch those two, because it's going to be just an absolutely awesome one. I mean, after that Spain game as well. There's Sammy Sosa there. So I will ask you guys in the chat, who is scoring the opening try of this match for either of these sides? Reece Kerr is going to be in that number 1 jersey. We know that overall, I would say, Wales may be willing to use some of these big forwards that they have got. Thomas Young would be a very smart man to go to quite a few times. He plays very well for the Wasps. Like I mentioned, they have been going decently in the Gallagher Premiership, about halfway up there on the table at the moment. But that is going to be returning in the near future. We will get to see a little bit more of the Gallagher Premiership, which I am very, very excited for, due to the fact that competition, you never know what's going to happen. We saw a 34-34 draw, and that was one of 3 that the London Irish had Lewis Rees-Zammit for the first try, as well as Sebastian. Yeah, that battle. He's going to try and run around Tuisova. Tuisova is going to try and run over the top of Lewis Rees-Zammit. So pretty much it is going to be 2 different styles. And Josh Adams is a smart man for not being out on that wing for this match. He might have, I don't know whether or not he asked the coach of whether he was going to be going that way into the midfield, or if it wasn't him. Still very smart. We have got their Why Aren't You Streaming New Zealand versus Australia T20 as well, says Grads. Pretty much due to the fact that the main channel did get a copyright strike from the original cricket live stream that we did do. So I didn't want to risk it on the Kiwi Lads or the Kiwi Lads Sport channel, but I will be keeping you guys updated with the score throughout this whole match, so that you know exactly what it is sitting at. Because at the moment, New Zealand, after 13.2 overs, they are sitting 97 for 2. Martin Guptill, and also it was the opener Daryl Mitchell who have gone out so far. We have got, they're looking forward to seeing Cuthbert back on the international scene. Josh Adams at centre is interesting as well, says Thick Boy. And yeah, we haven't really seen Josh Adams in the centre jersey in quite a while. It's kind of similar to Manu Tuolangi moving out to the wing from being in centre. They're trying to maybe rotate a few people, seeing whether or not it does work. Hey, howdy, y'all as well. And how do you do? Hope you're all well. Says Katie Dixon. We are indeed New Zealand at the moment, ramping their way towards maybe a total of around 170. And also we're going to get to see some flying Fijians smashing into some of these Welsh players who are going to be pretty awesome to see. And also we have got there in the chat, Lewis Rees-Zammit. Good shout, Seb, I agree as well. Boy, and also we have got the Grads. I said, I see you on BKR Sport channel before as well, says Grads. We have actually got a rugby podcast. So that may have been where you did see me. But yeah, pretty much we have got that international rugby podcast where we will be talking all of the matches that we have seen this weekend. There's a lot of them, that is for sure. And there's even more next weekend with South Africa taking on England, Fiji taking on Georgia, Wales taking on Australia, and New Zealand taking on France as well, with, I believe it's actually going to be Argentina taking on Ireland, which is going to be an interesting match to see. Good luck, Fiji and Wales boys as well, says Gabriel there, and also doing great, Katie 10 out of 10. What about yourself? I am excited, and I assume you guys are too, because of the fact we have had so much rugby on. I did actually end up going to sleep at about 4 p.m. today, and the reason behind it was just as I was about to head to bed, George was like, hey, Hamish, should I come round since it's raining? And I was like, oh, yeah, okay. So I ended up staying up for about 24 hours in total while doing all those rugby live streams. My voice isn't doing too badly, though. And throughout this match, hopefully, it will be lasting for it as well, because it is going to be, I feel like I'm going to start yelling throughout this one, perhaps, with the amount of action that we are going to get to see throughout this one as well. But this is the starting lineup for Wales. For anyone who hasn't seen it so far, it is going to be Liam Williams at their number 15 jersey, and he is going to be important for them. Actually came off the bench last week up against the Springboks. They started Johnny McNichol, but now Liam Williams does get the start, partnering up with Dan Bigger at number 10. Lewis Rees-Zammit out on one wing, Josh Adams in the centre, and then Thomas Young is going to be one to watch out for in the loose forward trio, alongside Tane Basham, who's an informed loose forward at the moment for Wales. Alice Jenkins, he did decently last week as well. And then Ryan Elias, something that he will have to make sure is on point today is his line-out throws, because they weren't a huge amount of accuracy involved in those ones recently, but hopefully we'll be able to have it not going too badly for him. Looking at the Fijian lineup, Frank Lamani, he will be able to add a little bit of flair in that number 9 jersey. Also, Aroni Sau out on one wing, Joshua Tuasova out on the other, Naiatha Levo in the midfield, and Tui Thuvu slotting in at 15. That is going to be a dangerous backline for Wales, and they will have to make sure that they mark it up, Wales, or else they could end up going downhill for them very quickly, and the Fijians could ramp up some very good points. But at the moment, they are making their way out onto the field, so we are only moments away from getting to do this match as well. And we have got their doing well brother just woke up to the rugby, so life is good as well, says Katie Dixon. And also we've got a second string pack out today and an experimental bunch of backs. I'm excited to see how this plays out. Fiji are always expansive and great to watch as well here. You never know what you're quite going to get with Fiji, and the same could be said about this Welsh side due to the fact that they have got a few changes, I guess, that we're not really used to seeing, but it's going to be exciting that it's going. Do you think that Fiji does have a chance? If they played the same way as they did up against the All Blacks, says Abraham? Absolutely. The way that they played in that first game up against New Zealand, they seemed like they were going to be winning that match through a majority of it, but then it was just in the closing moments that it did end up just going a little bit further downhill. But if they can keep that stamina going throughout the early stages of this one, I 100% think that they will have a brilliant chance of being able to win this game. And it is going to be interesting to see how Wales are going to be able to counter it as well. I am just making sure that we have still got everything running smoothly on the live stream. It is currently in the middle of the night, and I didn't reset my modem before this one, but it said that the Wi-Fi was decent. So we'll trust it. And we'll have to wait and see. France scored 5 tries against Georgia. Wow, and Georgia actually scored 2 tries up against France. I did see. I watched that game alongside. In the end, 41 points to France, 15 to Georgia. And I'd say that was a decent performance from Georgia, being able to get themselves into that kind of situation of being right there throughout a lot of that match. But now at this stage, they did actually have about 3 yellow cards as well. And thanks, mate, says Abraham. And do let me know, Abraham, who is going to score the first try of the match for the Fijians here. If they do get themselves a try, who am I looking out for? I know exactly who I am looking at straight away, Joshua Tuasova. But do you guys think he is going to be able to score himself a try as well? Do let me know. But now at this stage, they are just showing the Welsh side making their way out onto the field. That sounds like a wicket in the cricket, which does not sound too good for the Kiwis. And we will see exactly who it was who went out, I believe. No, Phillips isn't out here by the looks of it at the moment. Phillips and Kane Williamson both at the crease. And they look like they are going to be not reviewing that one we have got there. There's a beautiful backdrop of the Principality Stadium, bro. I had some special times at that place. Tell you what, as soon as the lid or the roof is on and you just hear the atmosphere, like it's already building for them at the moment, and we are going to be listening to the Fijian national anthem, and then we will be right into this fixture between these two sides. But yeah, pretty much anytime you hear the national anthem for either of these sides inside of the stadium, it's just absolutely incredible as well. We have got their Fiji in the chat from 688, who he thinks is going to be winning this game and probably be a forwards play, but never know as well. Albert Tuisu will be a very good shout as well, perhaps, in this one. But at the moment, there are a lot of games of rugby that are going to be taking place next weekend. So if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, as we are going to be covering as many as physically possible for us to be able to get at one of the forwards, maybe, as well, says Abraham there. But I think at this stage, I'm going to say Tuasova or Lewis Rees-Zammer out on that wing is going to be who is going to be maybe able to score the first try. But I'm a little bit nervous for both of these sides because we don't really know what to expect throughout this picture, which is what makes it so exciting as well. We have got there, who is the lid as well? Who is the lid? Says 688. I think I was trying to say the roof of the Principality Stadium, but they will have it open for this match due to the fact that that is kind of part of the restrictions. You're not allowed to have like closed-in areas. Hi, Hamish as well says, it was Robert. Welcome into the live stream, mate. Do let me know who you think is going to be winning this game. And at this stage, Wales are the favourites, but a lot can change in a hurry in these matches. Just like the cricket at this stage, 14.5 overs down, and New Zealand sitting on 114 for 2 at this stage. But we will be keeping you guys updated with the cricket as we are going along as well. But now at this stage, the national anthems are just about upon us, and then we will be right into the kickoff, which is taking place at 4:15. So we've only got 6 minutes till this game is getting underway. But quickly, once again, we will show the starting lineups for anyone who is just tuning in now. Thank you very much for tuning into this live stream. We are currently sitting 4:10 a.m. here in New Zealand, but we were not going to be missing this game. Cricket World Cup finals on at the exact same time. We are going to be watching both games at simultaneous times. But looking through at this lineup for Wales, I feel like the backline, something that we will have to wait and see how it does go. They haven't got Jonathan Davis in the midfield there, and no Nick Tompkins either. He is actually going to be coming off the bench for this fixture. But at this stage, they have got Lewis Rees-Zammer and also Liam Williams, Dan Biggar, Josh Adams all there in the starting lineup. Then looking at the Fijian starting lineup, Tuisova, Ironi Sao, Tuisuvu, and also Naifa Levo. Ben Vulavula, he's going to have a big game in that number 10 jersey because of the fact that if he does not, he won't be able to set up the likes of Joshua Tuisova and Ironi Sao, who are both on the outside. Vilimani Mata at 8, and Tuisui moves from that number 8 jersey last week to the number 6 for this week as well. And then these are the benches that both other sides have gone with. Tuimamba is going to be one to watch out for in the later stage. I think Ben Vulavula could sneak in a try for Fiji as well. And flying Fijians as well, says Atonia. Yeah, this stage they are certainly pacey. Those Fijian players, no matter where they are on the field, they are going to be making meters and they are going to be putting in some big hits that Wales might end up with a few bruised rib cages after this one perhaps. But Wales, they still have another physical game next week that they will have to play up against the wounded Wallabies, I would say, due to the injuries that they have been facing recently. But hopefully they don't lose too many more of their players because they've already lost Teni Alatupo. Also, they have lost Alana Alatoa, Quade Cooper due to the top league, taking them back. Samu Karevi, you name it. They are missing them at this stage, which is why Wales will have a very good chance of being able to win that game. But at this stage, we have got the Fijian national anthem. Looks like a beautiful day up there in Principality Stadium in Wales as well for this fixture. It is looking pretty full at this stage. A few Fijians in attendance as well, which is absolutely awesome to see for this matchup. But as soon as you hear that Welsh national anthem, you know that the passion is going to be absolutely there for this whole fixture. Wales versus Fiji, the final match of this weekend. We've already had Ireland versus the All Blacks, Australia versus England. Wales are playing in this one, South Africa versus Scotland. Also, we have had Georgia versus France as another one. Italy versus, it was Argentina. You name it, we have had it this weekend, which is absolutely awesome. And it is going to get even better as well. We have got that Tamasi, has got the Fijian flag. And I didn't actually get to see the Spanish game last week, or I did get to watch it, but not with the full commentary, so it is going to be pretty awesome to see this one as well. Would have been nice to see Nemani Nadolo in there as well, given his form with the Tigers. He's playing very well in the Gallagher Premiership, but they decided against it. I'm wondering why that is. I know that Semi Radradra is another player who is not there for Fiji, but I believe that is due to either injury or committing to the sevens, but I don't think I've seen him in the seven side, so I think it is actually injury that unfortunately has left Semi Radradra out, because he's a very talented player as well. And hopefully we do get to see a little bit more of him, if not in the international kit, maybe in the Gallagher Premiership as well. We have got the Kira on the ball and the George as well, says Katie Dixon, and also would have been nice for Nemani Nadolo. But at this stage, we have got the Welsh national anthem. And that means that we are only moments away from this kickoff. I'm still smiling from all of the rugby that we did get to see last night around the world. And now we've got one more game. And then we've got the weekend of just action-packed stuff next weekend. And it is not just the international rugby that is going to be coming. The week after that, we have got ourselves the Gallagher Premiership back, top 14 back. Also, there will be the sevens that will be starting up, and we will be covering that on the channel as well. So anyone who is keen to see the Fiji seven side in action, sure to hit that subscribe button, because we are going to be back with that one as well. And at this stage, it is going to be exciting to see how it does go for the later stages of this fixture, to see whether or not Fiji do slow down or whether they can just keep on powering their way forward. And we will have to wait and see exactly how it does go. We have got there, Go Fiji Go, as well in the chat, says Tamasi. At this stage, the Welsh national anthem, it is finished. And that means now that we are ready to go in this match between Fiji and Wales. And Principality Stadium, they have got the flames. It is the classic picture in the background that I have got myself here with those flames. We are ready to go. It looks like Wales, they are ready. They have got some very good players who will be coming off the bench in the later stages of this game as well. Same with Fiji, with the likes of a Tuimamba, who will be one to watch out for, because he can just run over people pretty easily, that man Tuimamba. But at this stage, it looks like Fiji, Naifa Levy, the captain there. Looks like he is ready, and it will be Wales kicking off this game to Fiji. And they will be going from left to right in this one. So hopefully we do get to see a high-scoring matchup between the two sides. Although first, of course, we will actually have the Fijian side performing their haka. I always call it the haka, but I think there is a different name for it. Unfortunately, I do not know it off by heart, though. But they are in the shape of the bow and arrow. As well, we have got there, come on Wales, says Connor, ears open, they will be able to get the win. Who is a standout player for Wales that you think you will be looking out for in this game, Connor? Do let me know. At this stage, Fiji, they are looking ready. Wales are actually in their black kit for this match rather than the red that we have. It's got that Fiji Sevens looking to represent that Olympic gold medal as well, says Sebastian. And yeah, the fact that we are going to have not just Fiji added back into the Seventh Circuit, also it will be South Africa are still going to be there. They're almost defending champs from the Northern Hemisphere ones in Canada. Then you've got New Zealand, Australia, Argentina coming off the bronze medal at the Olympics. All of those sides coming back in, France as well. It's just going to be an absolutely awesome one to see. Please, can you live to us your TV as well, says 688. Unfortunately, due to licensing, if I was to show any match footage or audio, YouTube would take us straight off YouTube. Sadly, I wish that I could, but I will say that the highlights of this game will be on the Autumn Nation Series YouTube channel that will be coming out maybe in about 10 hours time or so. They will be showing the highlights of this fixture, so be sure to check those out because they have actually got quite a few highlights of this past weekend other than the All Blacks versus Ireland, but that is on the All Blacks YouTube channel. At that stage, they are just showing once again that Fijian side. I feel like Tui Sui seems like he would be a good one to say get a try, but I think Matavisi will also be able to score. I believe he scored last week up against Spain as well, and he is in some very good form. Tuisova, though, he's going to run over at least 3 people, and one of them may be Lewis Rees-Zammit for this one. Can't wait to see Fiji as well, says Samasi there, and also Lewis Rees-Zammit, Cuthbert, and Hardy scoring today for me. Wales 35, Fiji 19, says Slick Boy there for the prediction. But there, Rees-Zammit's pure pace will be able to help him out here. Also, the experience of the bench for Wales, having Thomas Williams as someone who can come out a little bit later on. Callum Shetty originally wasn't able to play for Wales in the game up against the All Blacks due to commitments in the Gallagher Premiership, but it does now mean that he will get one more chance of being able to get something going here. But it is Misulami Kunavula. Started every test since 2019 World Cup, and he is going to continue that by the looks of it through their game, not just this week, but also the one next week that they have got up against Georgia Black Caps. Going bloody well as well, says AJ. They are doing very nicely. They have been able to build up a very good total to start off this one. At this stage, they are sitting on, tell you what, they've got 34 runs in the last 12 balls, sitting on 16 overs, gone 136 for 2 at this stage for the Black Caps. And it looks like at this stage, Phillips and also Williamson are both going very nicely, but Nick Berry is going to be the referee in charge of this game, and we are now ready to go for not just this match. We are also going to be talking about the T20 World Cup final when it does take place, but it is now Dan Bigger kicking off for Wales, going from right to left, and they are actually in their black kit, like I mentioned, with the camo shorts almost there, but it has been kicked off there by Wales, and it has gone high as well, nicely taken by Fiji just outside of the 22, and Black Caps going bloody well, and we've got the donation from AJ as well. Thank you very much, mate. Do appreciate that very much. And yeah, at this stage, hopefully the Black Caps can get themselves the win. The reason, there was one slight little concern that I have for the Black Caps, and that was that any game that I have done on the channel where I've commentated the Black Caps games, they actually lose. So that is why I also was a little bit hesitant to do it. Liam Williams lined up there by the big Fijian defence, but now using their back line here. Wales wide cutout pass in the hands now of Lewis Rees-Zammit. He's got Tuisova on him, but he has stepped nicely back on the inside. Oh, driven down by Naifalevu, the captain of Fiji, and it's looking very solid for them. Throwing themselves forward at the line. Nick Berry having a conversation at the moment with a couple of the players. Drawing pass once again. Lewis Rees-Zammit on the outside, trying to back himself. Naifalevu drives him into touch. Almost picked up there by Thomas Young, but it is a knock on. And now Tuisova has got it. He's got to be driving his way forward. Beautiful run there from Franklin Marnie, and it has gone down. And it is going to be the scrum now. We have it's got the AJ, much appreciated. Tito as well, says Sebastian. And also Gloucester having themselves some wonderful wings. Johnny May and Lewis Rees-Zammit. And I hope Lewis Rees-Zammit has a great game, says Connor. And he is certainly going to have his hands full with Tuisova out on that wing, because both of them, they have their own unique ability. Lewis Rees-Zammit is one of the quickest players, if not the quickest, around at this stage. And also Tuisova, probably you would consider probably one of the strongest. So it is going to be one of those chess matches that neither guy will really want to take a backward step, although there could be plenty of running on that side for them as well. They are showing there Tane Basham, first test start at number 8. He was playing 7 last week, but now he is in that number 8 jersey. He's a very talented player. Has been having some very good form for Wales recently, but now Frank Lamani going to be putting in the ball here for Fiji. 45 metres out from their own line here, the flying Fijians. What can they do in the early stages of this one? Frank Lamani told to use it, gives it to Vula now. And they are looking to get the draw and pass going. It's the captain, Naifalevu. Straight on it, though, was Wales. No, not quite able to get it. And it is a penalty advantage now against it. Was Cuthbert now driving down the wing. Aroni Sal just sent someone. And it was the number 13 in the end. That's not Josh Adams. They have actually changed their side by the looks of it. Might actually be... it might actually be Nick Tompkins there that they have got, but they're going back for the penalty. I wonder what happened to Josh Adams. I'm just trying to listen to see whether or not they do say, but Josh Adams originally was going to be starting this match. Is he playing at 12 for this one? No, it isn't actually Josh Adams at 12, and he's not at 13 either. I believe it is Nick Tompkins at 13. So they've actually had to make a late change. So hopefully it isn't anything too serious for Josh Adams there. Go Fiji, go as well, says Lotte in the chat. And yeah, at the moment, Aroni Sal just running straight over the top of Alex Cuthbert back in the Welsh kit, I should say. And he got met by Aroni Sal, who just went through him. But now 20 meters out at the moment here. Yeah, Nick Tompkins. He is going to be starting at 13. So originally it was going to be Josh Adams. So perhaps he comes off the bench in the later stages of this game. We will have to wait and see. Oh, they are just saying doesn't get that opportunity. So I don't think they have actually said that there's an injury to Josh Adams. It is just going to be that they aren't trying him in the midfield yet. It is going to be a nice bit of crash ball there from Botitu in the middle of the field. Now it is once again Roni Maui. No, sorry, it's Penny Ravai making his way forward. I've said a few of the wrong names, but I will be working on it throughout this live stream. Once again, it is Sam Matavisi trying to get his way forward. Fiji at this stage sitting only 20 meters out from the Welsh line. Beautiful run there. Step as well with the offload, and Fiji score the opening try in the match, and it is Naya Thalevu who has been able to score it, and Fiji start this match extremely well. And they have been able to get themselves the opening try of this match 4 minutes in, and it was the captain, Naya Thalevu, who was able to get it. We'll quickly add his name there. Straight through the gap there. Viliami Mata plays very well in the top 14, offloads it, and Naya Thalevu has been able to score that one. Very nicely done. And now Fiji take the lead early on up against the Welsh side. We will add him to the try scorers list. There we go. Naya Thalevu in the 4th minute has been able to get. I haven't actually written that it's the Fiji try scorer. We'll add that one to it as well. But very nice start, and also very nice try for Fiji to get this one underway up against Wales at Principality Stadium, and the crowd are going for it. Is Josh Adams playing? I put $100 on him to score as well, says Mr. Achilles. He is not in the starting lineup, Mr. Achilles, so I assume he is coming off the bench, or else I hope they would refund you in that regard. And yo as well, says the beta, and also try, and yes, says Dexter there. He is very happy with it, and Fiji take the lead early on in this fixture up against Wales. Great start to the match. They kept the pace going, and also finding those offloads that we know the Fijians for, and Ben Villa now. Important kick here for him, because if they can convert this one, they will be up by 7 in the very early stages of this match. Strikes it nicely straight down the middle, and now at this stage, Fiji have got themselves a 7-0 lead over Wales, and we haven't been going for 7 minutes yet. It could be a high-scoring one, but Viliami Mata, beautiful offload to Naya Thalevu in the midfield, puts it down, scores the try, and Fiji take the lead in the early stages. 9th place coming. Go Fiji as well, says the beta. And I probably should mention that whoever wins this game has 9th place, and whoever loses it will be 11th. So they may actually swap here. If Wales go down to 11th, it is the lowest that they have been on the Rugby World ranking, so they will not want that to happen. But Fiji at this stage looking strong early on. Dan Bigger now passes it back across field. Liam Williams trying to go through. He has been dragged down. Sides against the offload as well, but now Wales have got this one just inside of the half of Fiji, trying to go straight through. It's a good carry from Ryan Elias. A lot of pressure there in the breakdown from Sam Matavisi. Turned over as well, and Fiji have got it back. 45 metres out from their line, and now Frank Lamani puts the kick in behind. Did play for the Rebels in Super Rugby. Now also signed for the Northampton Saints. It was Liam Williams kicking it in behind, taken nicely there on the 22 at the moment. It is going to be Tui Thuvu. Puts the ball high, chasing it hard. And it's going to be an awkward one to line up. Wasn't quite able to get to it, but he is applying a lot of pressure there on Kieran Hardy, who is having his problems in the breakdown. As Fiji, who won the penalty once again. Hope you're well, Uso, as well. And I was just going to mention the rankings as well, says Dexter. And also we have got there, I just read Josh Adams suffered a calf injury shortly before the team came out. So I guess it is going to be him missing for this whole game. I thought maybe they were going to have him off the bench instead, but I didn't realize there was an injury. So hopefully they do refund you there as well. Already seen a crying man, or a young man, at the Principality, not happy in the stands as well, says Sebastian. And also, thanks for the live broadcast. This is from Fiji, as well, says Danielle. So thank you very much for tuning in. It is hugely appreciated, all you guys being here. That is commitment as well. I believe you will be sitting at 3:20 a.m. in Fiji, if I'm not wrong, Danielle. So thank you very much for tuning in, and hopefully you do enjoy the live commentary. Anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like. Also subscribe, because we are going to be doing the lineups for the next week game up against Georgia as well on the channel, so you guys can see exactly who is going to be playing there at this stage. It's a little bit of a problem here for, I believe it is Thomas Francis. Is it down? No, sorry, it's Wilgriff John actually starting this one. So another late change for Wales. I guess at this stage it was going to be originally Thomas Francis, who was starting at 3. And he might actually get a chance to go out on the field because it looks like Wilgriff John might be making his way off the field here. Go Fiji as well, says Barry there in the chat. But do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, what is your score prediction for this game? Because I feel like it's going to be a high-scoring one. I think we're going to get to see 50 points between these two sides. It is actually going to now be the number 3, Thomas Francis, making his way. No, sorry, it's Lewis. Okay, they've got a lot of changes here, Wales. I'm not too sure what was happening in the warm-up, but I think they injured half their side. We have got there the Bulls of the chat from Katie Dixon as well, but now from 40 metres out, Ben Vulavula looking to convert this one and give them an extra 3 points and a 10-point lead here for Wales, or sorry, for Fiji, if they do end up in this one over. But they're doing very nicely so far in the early stages of this game. They've had pretty much all of the possession, and how's the weather there as well? Says Daniela, it's looking pretty nice at this stage. Doesn't look like there's too many clouds in the sky, and it does look like it is going to be a very nice afternoon. The sun is right up on the top of the stadium in terms of the sun side of the field. They are looking straight into it, but looks like it is going to be very ideal conditions for this one. Fijian flags in the chat from Jordan as well, and Kane is just going 10-81 from 45. He's doing very nicely there. And I think Wales is going to come back in the second half and win it by at least one converter try, says Katie Dixon. That one has gone over, and Ben Vulavula happy with that, and now 10-0 for Fiji in this match as well. Fiji leading this early well. I still think Wales will win, but was not expecting such a score this early as well, says username. Yeah, they've started this match like a house on fire, Fiji. They just keep on going. Stolen the ball twice in the breakdown already, and that is something that is very impressive in the early stages of this game, due to the fact that if they can keep that physicality going throughout the whole first half, they could maybe get themselves 2 or 3 more tries. But now Frank Lamani looking to put up the box kick. That is exactly what he has done, looking slightly close to the touchline, taken nicely by Liam Williams now. Tackled low by Oroni Sal, who has been able to make a very nice tackle. Kieran Hardy now fires it back to the halfway line at the moment for Wales, stranding out of the tackle. Almost was Young, but a lot of pressure once again in the breakdown from Fiji. Bigger goes that back now wide out to Lewis Rees. Zammit lined up by Knife Lever. That's the second time that man has whacked him so far in the early stages. And Williamson out on 85, says Barry. So that is unfortunate for the Black Caps. They are doing decently for a side batting first, though. So hopefully that they can maybe work their way towards 170, 180. Drawing past there for Wales. Liam Williams down the wing now, stepping back on the inside. Another tackle made by Oroni Sal. Straight on the ball for Fiji. No, it's going to be the penalty advantage there. Just not quite getting it right in the breakdown. Now Will Rowland's throwing himself forward. The Fijians are going to hit them hard, though. Anytime they do try and straighten the line, Dan Bigger, distributor in this match. The ball has been put down by Adam Beard, and they're going back for the penalty. Great commentating, thanks. As I says, Daniela, thank you very much. And also, thanks for the commentary. Listening from Lautoka, Fiji, as well, says Joseph. So is it actually, I hope that I have got the time zone right. Is it currently 3:30 a.m. in the morning there, Joseph? Do let me know, because if it is, you guys are definitely committed to seeing your Fijians play. And at the stage, they were thinking about a cross kick there. Dan Bigger decides against it in the end. And now the stage kicking it for the corner. They know that they need a lot of tries in this game to be able to keep up with the Fijians. And also, we look at that. Always, when I praise the cricketer, as well, says Sebastian. Yeah, you do seem to have a little bit of a curse when it comes to those cricketers, don't you? At this stage, they are 4 down. Jimmy Neesham and Tim Seifert both at the crease now, sitting on 149 for 4, and also 428, as well, says the beta there. And also, we have got the yes from Joseph. So, yeah, hopefully it is going to be a nice morning or nice afternoon tomorrow for you guys. If you have just gotten up, unless you are going to sleep after this one, rolling ball there for Wales, not quite working out. The ball is not going to be coming out there, and it is going to be the penalty to Wales once again. Nick Berry is in charge of this one, and Yadra. Let's go Fiji. Yes, 3:30 a.m. Fiji time as well, says Robbie T. And you guys will be very much looking forward to the sevens, I assume, when it does come around. It is not going to be next weekend, but the weekend after. It is going to be Fiji in Hong Kong, I believe, is where that one is going to be taking place. And anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, because we are going to be providing the commentary for that competition as well when it does come around. Tosaviti as well. Love from a Samoan Uso here as well, says the Dexter. At this stage, 5 meters out for Wales, once again in a great attacking position. Fiji still have the 15 men on the field. We saw a lot of yellow cards in the Georgia versus France game. Now rolling more here, Ryan Elias looking for the ball at the back at the moment, though. It isn't hands at Lewis. Now he hands it back, and now Ryan Elias goes over the line, and it's a try to Wales, and they have fired back. Who do you think is going to win, lads, as well, Sister Vito? I think it's going to be pretty close. But Wales have just been able to get themselves their first try of the match, and it was Ryan Elias who was able to do so. But I think Fiji, they are going to be bringing up at least 20 points in this game, and I think Wales are going to be doing the same, and it's whoever can get the better of the later stages that will be able to win this one. But Ryan Elias has been able to score the try there. I said that he needed a big game try at the start of the game is a pretty good way to start. That is for sure. But now Ryan Elias and also Nath Levu both scoring a try for their sides as well. Love to see such great commitment from the Fijian fans. Much appreciated as well, says Sebastian. Exactly right, mate. No matter the time of the morning, people are up for these games as well. And hello from Cardiff as well, says Crazy Carper as well. So welcome into the live stream on Wales and the chat from Thick Boy and Try from Sebastian there. But Ryan Elias getting that rolling ball going. That is something that maybe Wales will go to repeatedly in this game back. So that one has gone over from Dan Bigger. So now the score is 7 points to Wales and 10 to Fiji. And we have got that Tosaviti all the way from Taiwan as well, says Kalevi. So welcome into the live stream. What time is it in Taiwan? Do let me know. I don't really know my time zones too well. I know I've only just started working out the likes of a Fiji or South Africa or something along those lines. 13 minutes in and I am already nailed biter as well, says Debater. Yeah, this one seems like it's going to be a high-scoring one. And hopefully it will be a very decent one as well. We have got there. You're not doing the New Zealand cricket final as well. I am watching it on my monitor while I am watching the rugby as well at the moment. New Zealand doing decently, working their way towards around that 160, 170 mark. But I was going to be doing the Fiji versus Wales game due to that copyright strike. I didn't want to risk it once again to get it on the channel. But now at this stage, inside of their 22 here, Wales going to be dragged down nicely by the Fijian defence. And it looks like Kiranati is going to be going for the box kick here. And they will have to make sure that this one gets them a few meters, almost charged down by the big Fijian lock. But it is going up now, and it is going very close to the touchline. Taken nicely, though, by Oroni Sal. Or actually, sorry, it is Tuithuvu was able to claim that one. The Welsh have to release it. Was Cuthbert making that tackle, but at this stage, Fiji on the halfway line and continuing to throw themselves at the line. And that is something that Fiji do very well throughout their matches. They just keep on going and keep on being able to use their big power. Tuisova, when you talk about power, you talk about that man, and he's got it personified. Tuisova, so much power. Once again, Matavisi passing it back. A little bit of pressure here from it is Wales overall. It was actually a little punch in the ass I just saw from, I think it was a ninth level. I wasn't expecting to see that come on Fiji as well, says the Rugby Hitch. And also it's 11:31 p.m. in Taiwan. And also we have got there Tosa Viti Toso in the chat from Amoni. A little bit of a knock on there from Fiji. Kiranati passes it back. Liam Williams now going for the sideways run, trying to step through. Oh, great low tackle there from it was Ratunai Yaurawa. Was able to make it, and now kicking it in behind Dan Bigger, looking for the touchline. It's a 50-22 from Dan Bigger. Brilliant kick there from the Welsh number 10. And now at this stage, they will have the attacking line out with the new 50-22 rule that has been incorporated since around that August mark. Does mean that if you do kick the ball out and it does go, it might actually be just outside. Is it going to be just outside? I think it might actually be a Fijian line out. So forget everything that I just said, because I believe it is going to be Fiji who have got the line out. Fiji go as well. Says Josepha or Josepha. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. And also we have got there with the Katie Dixon. She has got the Dragons there in the chat. I assume that it's the Welsh flag being made up due to the fact that they don't actually let you put it there. It's stolen there by Wales. In the line out, and now Dan Bigger, one more driven pass here. Out to the wing of Cuthbert. Oh, he's having a juggle of it. Oh, he's nailed as well. And it was a little knock on. And now it is going to be going back for the scrum to Fiji. 25 metres out from the line. Forza Fiji from Italy as well, says Lorenzo there. And of course, Italy having a decent performance up against Argentina in their most recent fixture, playing the All Blacks the week before. And they actually did very well in that match, I thought, overall. I'm looking forward to the Six Nations. It's only a couple months away. Going to be taking place in February. Just a little bit of a juggle there for Alex Cuthbert. He saw the big Fijian lining him up, and he still got nailed there by Naif Levu. And he has done some huge hits in the early stages. He's already tackled Lewis Rees-Zammit a couple of times. And now Naif Levu has been able to nail Cuthbert. He doesn't like the wingers. That is for sure. He's been able to work them way backwards. So Fiji seems to be Wales' kryptonite as well. Wales always struggle against them, says Mr. Achilles. And the big thing there is these two sides are going to be in the same pool of the Rugby World Cup 2023 in France. So they are both going to be in there alongside Australia, as well as the other team that they will have. And also we have got there, Go Fiji Go, in the chat from Tima. Now Fiji 25 metres out from their line. Frank Lamani is going to be passing this one back. I'm sure he's offside there. Oh no, he's onside, they have said. So now they are going to be stepping forward, and Tompkins there. Nailed in the tackle once again by Naif Levu. I thought he was offside by a mile there. But I believe they have said that it is going to be play on. It looks like there could be almost no run out there in the cricket. But now Thomas Young running down the wing. Or Lewis Rees-Zammit not quite able to get through to Ithova. This stage now still available for Fiji, but they are under a lot of pressure inside of their own 22 at the moment. Matavisi trying to kind of help his side out by getting in that breakdown. And now Frank Lamani looks like he is going to be kicking it for the touchline. Also, we have got their Wales missing a lot of first-team players as well. So it's crazy. They did lose Josh Adams just before the kickoff. We did hear a little bit earlier on due to a calf injury. And I guess I will ask the question, who else would you have in that starting lineup, Crazy Carpo? I assume Alan Wynne-Jones would be up there, even though he is also injured, sadly, and Liam Williams here holding his arm. So that is certainly what they do not want to see. Johnny McNichol's been doing decently, but Liam Williams, the experience and the kicking that man has, and the high ball as well, you do not want to be missing him, that is for sure. Oh yeah, let's go there. Go Fiji, go Tosoviti as well. There's Akisi, and also we have got there in the chat, go Fiji, says Javagura. And England and Ireland are top of the world right now as well, says Barry. Yeah, two Northern Hemisphere sides getting big wins over the Southern Hemisphere, and England are now sitting third in the world rankings, with Ireland in fourth and then Australia now in fifth. That's a penalty to Fiji in the breakdown, so they are on fire when it comes to any time that ball goes to ground. They are right in there, getting over the ball, contesting well, and winning themselves some more penalties, which is very important indeed. But 17 minutes into this game at the moment, still 10 points to Fiji, 7 to Wales, but seems like it's going to be a high-scoring one as well. We have got their sound as well, says Willie, as in for the sound of the game, or the sound for me. Do let me know, Willie, because unfortunately, due to licensing, if I was to show any match footage or audio, we would get taken straight off YouTube, so I do apologize about that. And we have got their Tosso Viti Tosso. Go Fiji, go, says Rex there in the chat. Sam Matavisi now 40 metres out from the Welsh line, and he will want to have a good throw here. It's gone straight into the hands of it was Maya, no, I can't say his name, but Matavisi now down the wing, little chip and chase here from the Fijian hooker. It's taken nicely by Liam Williams, and it is the mark as well. His name is Maya Vanua. I got the V in the wrong place there. And Fijian back rows have been great over the last wee while as well. Says and Tosoviti in the chat from Malakai. As on at this stage, it is looking like Fiji are here to play for this match, which is absolutely awesome to see. We saw last week up against Spain, they did go 10-0 down, but then from there, they just kept on going strength for strength, winning that game 43 points to 13 in the end. It's being kicked downfield, nicely taken there by Tuisova. It's going to be driving his head back. Oh, it's a good little bit of a bump off, still going Tuisova. 40 metres out from the line. Rush defence there from Wales, going to be shutting them down nicely. It was Viliami Mata. Was tackled there. Ben Vulavula, first receiver, fires it back. Now back line now to Roni Sal. Going for a cuff bird, able to drag him down though, and a good tackle. And at this stage, Fiji, they have got all their go forward. Oh, it's a juggle though of the ball. And now Thomas Young has got it for Wales. A knock-on advantage here up against, I believe it was possibly Ratunai Yarawa. I can't say his name to save myself either. Go Fiji as well in the chat, says Avita. And also Alan Wynne-Jones, Tuparik Falatal, Navidi, Alaholo, Jonathan Davis, and Gareth Davies as well. What actually happened to Jonathan Davis? Do let me know, Crazy Carpet, because I did see he was in the starting lineup last week. He actually got the captaincy, but then I'm not too sure what injury he has got at the moment. Do let me know, or are they just resting him? I hope it is rest rather than injured, because he is a very talented player. It would be a shame to see him out. Definitely for the URC that is coming up very soon at this stage. But they are showing at the moment in the cricket. Kane Williamson did it very nicely indeed to get himself up to around 80 runs in that one. 85, sorry, was able to get. And New Zealand sitting 167 for 4 after 19.4 overs for anyone who is curious about the Cricket World Cup, as it has taken place at the exact same time as this game. But now at this stage, it is going to be the scrum feed for Fiji. For Wales, I should say. 30 metres out from their own line. That one's gone down on the front row. And we are going to be having the scrum reset once again. But this game looks like it could go either way in the early stages. It's whether or not Fiji can keep up the frantic pace that they will need to, and also just continue to find those offloads, because they have been working very nicely for them when they do end up in the situation of being able to offload it. But they are showing there Joshua Tuisova. He is one to watch out for throughout this whole match, with the power and the ability that man has got at this stage now. Tell you what, his legs are bigger than like my whole body combined, but it looks like Masaki Dorcas just got a little bit of an injury here. We do also see Pathiliato is another player who is missing for Fiji. Semi Radradra, they have got a few injuries creeping in as well, unfortunately. But they are showing that first try. Nayatha Levy, the captain, was able to get it for a side, and they will be hoping that will certainly not be the last. Same with Ryan Elias's try for Wales. They will be hoping that there are a few more left in the try-scoring tank, but only 20 minutes gone in this match, so we have still got another 60 minutes of rugby to enjoy as well. We have got there Namibia beat Kenya as well, says whole Bitcoiner. I think they might have. I know that I did see a little bit earlier on that the odds were in the favour of Namibia. So if they did get the win over Kenya, that would be a very impressive one. I know that it was on the World Rugby YouTube channel which is actually where they had the Spain versus Fiji game last week, but they do not have the one this week there. Unfortunately, now it's going to be Dan Bigger going with a kick in behind, looking for the touchline out on a full, and Fiji go right back almost to the 22 of Wales. We have got there halfpenny, George North, Ken Owens, Francis Wynne Jones missing too as well, says Thick Boy there. It is the thing, unfortunately, it is pretty sad due to the fact that they did lose Ken Owens just before the first game of the tour. And also I saw Kenya were up 24-19 as well. And also Love Wynne Jones as a prop. Is he injured? I believe he is, unfortunately. And he did actually have a few injury problems throughout the British and Irish Lions tour, which did limit the amount of time that he did get to kind of be involved throughout that tour as well. Matavisi now 22 metres out here for Fiji. And he is going to be putting this ball in here for Fiji, going to the back of the line out. They've been able to claim it nicely. And now the rolling maul. Now Ryan Elias, he was able to score the rolling maul try for Wales. Instead, now Fiji trying to step it as well. Frank Lamani trying to go through the gap, but he is tackled by the try scorer Elias, who looks like he's a little bit injured, is he? No, he was just getting up a little bit slower. Still available now for Fiji. Frank Lamani fires it out the back line. Instead, now it is going to be in the hands of Ratanai Ranarawa. His name just doesn't want to come out nicely. That's a little knock on, but it's a penalty there to Fiji, sitting about 15 metres out. And Masaki Dog just not too happy about not being able to catch that. Yes, come on, Fiji. Hopefully, we can put a 20-point gap between before 60th minute as well. And also, well, that turned into 58, 24 to Namibia as well. And also, we have got their Zimbabwe beat Brazil to reach the final of the Africa Cup as well. And they will play the winner of Namibia versus Kenya as well, says Javaguru. And there's actually quite a few games of rugby taking place, not just at the biggest level of international, such as the top 15 sides around the world. There is also a lot happening for those slightly lower ranked sides, which is absolutely awesome to see. And also, Awen Jones has a hamstring injury as well. Hamstrings are one of those ones, they are a dangerous injury due to the fact it doesn't take a lot to refire up like an injured hamstring. It's same with your calf muscle. So hopefully Josh Adams' injury isn't too serious at all here. Fiji taking on the 3 points. They have decided to, which is an interesting choice there due to the fact they did have a bit of the forward momentum, but a 6-point lead at this stage would be very nice for the Flying Fijians. But Ben Vilavilla so far 2 from 2 tonight. There we have it. There looks like it's going to be Zimbabwe versus Namibia in the Africa Cup final as well. There's Javaguru there. He has been able to strike that one nicely. Ben Vilavilla. And now the score is going to be Fiji 13 and Wales sitting on 7. Like I mentioned, this game is at Principality Stadium. The Welsh supporters, they will be wanting to make sure that their home side get the win here, but Fiji are trying to cause a bit of an upset here. They were well and truly the underdogs going into this game, but they don't seem to believe it because at the moment, driving their way forward, it's a beautiful offload there. And now the Fijians going forward once again, and it is Penny Ravai. Was running, he shouldn't have that much speed. He's a prop, but he was running like he was a back. We also got there Ireland, England, and South Africa are the top 3 form sides right now. Fiji looking good this game as well, says Stuart Lee. Yeah, it's pretty awesome to see that England have now got their number 3 spot in the world back due to the fact they needed to beat Australia by 16 points. And that last-minute conversion from Owen Farrell from Marcus Smith, pushed them up above them. And that was above the Irish as well, who are now sitting 4th in the world. Drawing pass here for Wales down the wing. Oh, he's nailed on the ground there. And now this stage still available, 40 metres out here for Wales. And they want to try and get the drawn pass. It hasn't worked out, though. Little knock on. And now it's going to be the Fijians kicking the ball in behind. It's still taken, though, by Dan Bigger. Now Liam Williams, no, they're going back for the scrum. And Fiji just trying to get straight on the ball. Anytime there is a breakdown, that is for sure. And also, we have got their Hay from Hamish as well. Welcome in to the Livestream I. 3 points, bro. Fiji always run out of energy around 60th minute. Why not push for tries early as well, says Debater. Yeah, it did seem like an interesting choice with the fact that they have been getting that rolling maul. And also just the ball going forward for them. Anytime they have had it in their hands, they have been making meters for their side as well. That's awful. Will he be back for the Scarlets in the URC as well, says Sebastian. And also we have got there in the chat, he's been on fire for the Scarlets. Not sure how long he's out. Fingers crossed for the big fella as well, says Thick Boy. And yeah, that's the thing. Even, I'm going to, okay, Aroni Sal, I said that he whacked the guy on the ground, but I didn't realize he whacked him on the ground in that kind of nature. That might be a yellow card to one of the Fijians here. It will be Aroni Sal that they are checking for, but pretty much he did end up going on the ground and how do you describe it? It kind of hit his arm on the face of the man on the ground. Fiji 13 and Wales 7 as well, says Lazen. And also Wynne Jones for a speedy recovery as well. And how's the game been? I've been watching the cricket as well, says Hamish. It's been fast-paced throughout the early stages of this one, that is for sure. But the cricket at this stage, it's looking like the Black Cats, they put it on a decent total of around 171, I believe it was. But Aroni Sal there wrapping the arm straight into the head. I think Okay, he was trying to push him out into touch, but he ended up connecting high. And because of that, this could be at least a yellow card here for the Fijian winger, Uroni Sau. That will be a shame because he has been playing well. He tried to push him a little bit closer to the touchline. He ended up with the swinging arm round the head. This could be ugly. This may be a yellow card here. That's going to be a clear red, I think, unfortunately for him. And Fiji is looking sharp. Hope their fitness holds up throughout the 480. And also Alwyn Jones and all the fallen lads as well. And we will chase it down, don't worry, as well, says Hamish Spencer. I mean, at this stage in the Cricket World Cup, the team batting second have had such a good chance of being able to win. Direct contact to the head here. The player is falling as the call from Nick Berry, so I believe it's actually going to become a yellow rather than the yed. Okay, Nick Berry there. Okay, they are all saying... Okay, the tackle's already been made. So Nick Berry was saying yellow, but the TMO is saying red here as well. When we have got there, can you show the game on your stream? On your screen, sorry, says Josh Tiki. Unfortunately, due to licensing, if I was to show any match footage or audio, they would take us straight off YouTube for copyright. But I will try my best to describe the game. And also on the Autumn Nation Series YouTube channel, it will be the highlights coming out about 10 hours time or so for this one as well. Okay, the second reaction. Okay, Nick Berry is saying that it is going to be a red card here. He was originally going to give it as a yellow, but the TMO has said that it is going to be a red, and Nick Berry does now agree. Uroni Sau's night is over, and it does now mean that he will be 20 minutes off the field, and then they will be able to replace him with maybe Tui Mumba, might be the man that they do go with off as well, says Thick Boy. And also the problem Fiji, and typically Samoa have has been, they are very physical sides, but they get a bit overcharged and give away these sort of penalties as well, says Stuart. And also we have got the Upper Wales as well. Fiji will blow up by the second half, then it's comeback time as well, says Crazy Kappa. And Williamson was on fire. He was indeed 80 runs, or 85 runs, sorry, for a side. Very important. But Uroni Sau, how important will this red card be for Fiji and the result of this game? He is going to be going off for the rest of the match now. And also we have got their Fiji will gas out a man down as well, says Whole Bitcoin. Yeah, that's the thing. As soon as you have only 14 men out on the field, we did mention Fiji's gas tank a little bit earlier on. And if they do only have the 14 men out there for the next 20 minutes, of this game, that one hasn't found touch, or is it the full 80? I know that in some competitions it's a 20-minute red card. I'm wondering whether or not this is actually a 20-minute red card as well, or whether he will be off for the whole rest of the game. Fatal blow as well, says the beta there, and oh, that's a huge loss as well, says Mr. Achilles. Not just because it's a Fijian player down, but also because it is Uroni Sau, and he was on fire there. It's very nicely done by Frank Lamani to keep that one in the field of play. We have, it's got the game changer as well. See, Thick Boy now at this stage, Fiji going to be throwing themselves forward at the line once again. 40 meters out from their own line here, Fiji. And it will be Frank Lamani does put up the high boot. Going to be coming down nicely taken there by it was Cuthbert in the number 14 jersey for this fixture. Let him go as the call from Nick Berry. They were almost lower him, and they are playing the advantage now for Wales. I believe it's Frank Lamani who has been penalised there. And they are going to be going back for the penalty. Uroni Sau red card, massive loss there. And full 80 as well, says Whole Coin Bitcoiner. Or Whole Bitcoiner, I should say as well. And also we have got there, we need a transcript of Hamish, unfortunately due to copyright speech. And to put the whole paragraph on a shirt for Kiwi Lads merch as well. Says, yeah, it says Katie Dixon. Maybe we will have to. I know lawn mowing service is one that you guys are quite keen on. There was a word that I said yesterday that I can't quite remember what it was. But I think you guys were keen on that one as well. We have got the Amen Katie in the chat from Thick Boy going to the back there, taken nicely by Basham on the halfway line now. Kieran Hardy off to Big Al. He's nailed in the tackle, but Cuthbert still driving his way forward for Wales. Nicely passed. Well done, 10 is the call from Nick Berry. He did just drop to his feet pretty much. He was doing the limbo under the pass of the Welsh side, straight in the breakdown there for Wales. Though he's given away the penalty advantage there for flopping over the top. It was Potitu who was getting penalised there, and now at this stage, still available for the Welsh. It is going to be going back Dan Bigger on the outside now. Quick hands, Lewis Reese Salmon not able to take it in his nail by Tuasova as well. He wouldn't have been too keen to get his hands on that one, and I was got there. Very happy you guys are replacing oh geez, terrible commentary. Well done. As I said, like, thank you very much, mate. I assume you have the TV on mute maybe, and then have us playing. So thank you very much. Well, listen to the commentary, usually appreciate it. Where you are from, Thick Boy, as well says Crazy Carper there, but 5 meters out now, and Wales once again going to be going for this rolling maul. They haven't really gone for too many 3-point attempts here in this game, but they know that it is important for them to get as many points as they physically can in the early stages. At this stage, though, we haven't really seen Joshua Tuasova get a single carry here for Fiji yet, other than maybe just the one. So hopefully we do get to see him get another carry in a short moment of this game. But now, once again, it is going to be Wales trying to drive their way forward just a little bit more here. I'm just making sure that the cricket is still showing for myself as well. For anyone who is wondering why I am clicking all over the place, but Wales at the moment going for the rolling maul here. It's going to be Kieran Hardy looking to the short side. Another advantage here for Wales. Going to be passing it back now. Damn, bigger nailed in the tackle. Bouncing back for Liam Williams. And he is trying to line it up. Tell you what, you just get absolutely nailed from all directions from the Fijian forwards. The ball's gone down and it is now going to be the knock on there. And it's going back now for the penalty. But yeah, anytime the Fijians are out on the field, you know you're getting hit hard and you know that you are getting hit well by them as well. Slow down, man, as well. Says Aidan, sorry, mate. I do get a bit excited and end up well and truly just speed running words all over the place. We have also got that Welsh thoroughbred brother as well. Says a thick boy there. And now at this stage, it looks like there is a bit of an injury here, which is not what we want to see there for them as well. But hopefully he will be all right and they will be able to continue going and at this game as well. But at this stage, Australia about to bat in their match up against the Black Caps, and that is the Cricket World Cup T20 final. So both sides will want a good performance here as well. It's going to be the rolling maul, another advantage for Wales, and they just continue to get advantage after advantage after advantage. A good man, but as well into the chat from Crazy Carper. That one is going loose, and 9th 11 trying to get on it. Liam Williams now lined up there once again. Botitu with the big hit. The midfield of Fiji are playing an extremely physical game so far. Kieran Hardy now, they're going back to where the penalty was originally, and it looks like Kieran Hardy's considering going for it as well, but they are kicking it for the corner here once again, and they are just going to keep on going for the corner by the looks of it here. Wales and Nadolo would have been perfect replacing Sal after the 20 as well, says it was Sebastian. So I assume it is a 20-minute red card. I want to make sure that I have got that correct, but if it is, it does mean that when we get to about 40 minutes through this game, they will be allowed another player back out on the field. Fiji, they have got a decent bench available for them as well. For anyone who doesn't know who Fiji have got off their bench, it is going to be possibly, I guess they can either go with, it will be Nana Levu, or it could be Tui Mumba maybe that they do decide to replace the Roni Sell red card with, because of the fact that with the new rules, you are allowed to have yourself a change in the latter stage as well. Need to get good after Wayne Pivac and get Pat Lamon as well. Says a narcissist once again here. Wales are going to be creeping their way forward. They're doing very nicely to try and defend this Fiji, but they need to make sure that they can continue to stop it from marching forward. Ryan Elias, they're sitting at the back, and he thinks that he is going to be able to get his way through, or almost through the middle there. Was Penny Ravai now throwing himself at the line. Johnny Williams there straight on the ball. And Matavisi wins the penalty for Fiji, and they are fired up at the moment, that is for sure. And also Nadolo would have been the perfect replacement in there as well. But yeah, Namani Nadolo doing extremely well for the Tigers in the Gallagher Premiership. But he was not selected for this one as well. Red is off for the rest of the game, as well as this Crazy Carpet. So I guess, yeah, at this stage, I know that they were trialling it for the Rugby Championship, how a red card was 20 minutes. The likes of we saw Geordie Barrett get red carded for the 20. So also Super Rugby and the ITM, the Bunnings NBC have had the 20-minute red card. But I guess for this international one, it is going to be the full 80. So that is a big hit for Fiji, that is for sure. As a Fiji supporter, I fully support the 20-minute red card as well, says Debater there. Pat Lamon and Tui Mumba should play as well, says Malakai. And also there are 20-minute red cards now. Why didn't they just make it orange as well? It's a shade between yellow and red. It makes more sense as well, says Stuart Lee. I believe it was the Marika Korombeti red card up against France that did bring it in for a few of the Southern Hemisphere competitions. So I assume it is only those ones, though, that they have decided to use it for recently. We have got there 173 as a decent target to set now. New Zealand needs some good bowling from the likes of Southey, Bolt and Mills, says Sebastian. Yeah, they are going to have to work hard. Another penalty to Fiji, though. In this game, 30 minutes in at the moment. Fiji doing decently, that is for sure. Oh, Trent Bolt almost picking himself up a wicket there, but I don't believe they have given it there. Okay, Williamson kind of keen on it. He had a good innings with the bat. For anyone who was watching the T20 World Cup, do let me know whether or not you think New Zealand or Australia will be winning that one. They were both able to win their semi-finals. England were the team that did lose to New Zealand, and then Pakistan lost to Australia for that as well. But Fiji at the moment looking strong in the early stages of this game. The one advantage that Wales have got, though, big time, is the fact that they've got the extra man out on the field for the rest of this fixture as well. But now Fiji once again going for the rolling maul that they have been doing decently. 30 meters out now, Sam Matavisi will be feeding this ball in to the middle, almost only by Adam Bed. It's gone over the top, and now it's going to be taken nicely by Ryan Elias, but straight on the ball for Fiji. He's good. Okay, no advantage from Fiji's not gone, and it is going back for the scrum as well. Want to watch the game, mate, as well. I do apologise with the fact that I am unable to show any match footage, but pretty much if we were to show match footage or audio, YouTube can sue us, or the I guess the commentary or the broadcasting providers can actually sue us and take us off YouTube for 3 months at least. So I am sorry that I cannot show, but hopefully you will enjoy the commentary. And if you do not, we have got the Autumn Nations YouTube channel. It will be uploading the highlights after the game is finished, if you do want to check that out. But yeah, the live commentary side of it, I don't believe there's too many free options around, which I think is a little bit rough because they did do Fiji versus Spain on World Rugby's YouTube channel last week. So I wish that they would do more of the games and make them a little bit more easily accessible for people, no matter where they are in the world, and also no matter the cost. Like, we want it to be free to be able to watch a bit of rugby. Like Kieran Hardy now going to the short side. Lewis Rees-Zammit has just gone straight over his head, and now it is going to be the line out. Also, we have got there, Hamish, don't apologise for something you have no control over as well, says Katie Dixon. And also, we have got there, I propose the purple card. It's based on your morality. Go to the Simba for 10 minutes or stay on the field, but you're restricted from tackling 5 minutes as well, says Sebastian. That would be a very interesting one. And all good sleep, mate, as well, says Spoke there in the chat. But yeah, the purple card, I feel like it will be one of those ones, like, people, what do you do if you're out on the field and you can't tackle? I guess you just got to stand there in defense and watch everyone else kind of run around. I feel like people would try and loophole it and just pretty much like not wrap their arms and just throw themselves at the opposition like a sardine or something and see if that works for them. We have also got there Tavita Tuina Y Levu. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly, but shout out to you, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. And also, it's not your fault. You can't show the game as well, says Katie Dixon. I wish I could, though. That's the worst thing. Is like, I sit here for these live streams and I do the commentary, but I always think like about how good it would be if I was able to show it of some sort. Good shout, Steve, as well. Or you can come back on, but you got your hands tied behind your back. Absolute carnage as well, says Sick Boy. I'm just thinking of someone sitting there with their hands tied behind their back and just throwing themselves at someone as well. The morality card as well. And also we've got there, let's go Fiji in the chat from Smoke at the moment. They're doing very nicely. A scrum feed for Wales just outside of their own 22, but Fiji still leading by 6 points going into the second half is something that they will certainly accept at this stage of the match. Definitely with the extra man on the field as well. Show the game as well, says the video. Yeah, unfortunately, due to licensing, we are unable to show any match footage or audio, or else we do get taken off YouTube. We have got there the salmon tackle as well, says Nick Boy. And also, they should make a rule that if you get a red card, you play barefoot. Oh, that would hurt. I'm just thinking of like your foot getting stood on, like even wearing boots and having your foot stood on. I feel like it would actually very much hurt as well. We have got there for more serious offences like red with suspension reviews as well. Green card if you keep it clean as well, says Stuart Lee. Because I think it's the NRL, if I'm not wrong. They actually have a thingy. I don't know whether it's an X or what it is, but the referees kind of go, you're on report. And then they kind of have a look at it upstairs or also have a look at it next week kind of thing. That one now is going to be going out the back line. It is available here for Liam Williams. Get him very close to the touchline. Looking very slippery at the moment out there on the field for both of the sides. And now it is going to be, back hit there on the replacement. Number 18, who has made his way out onto the field for an injury a little bit earlier on. He'll be injured soon if he's not careful. But now, once again, Tane Basham, good carry forth from him. He's had a phenomenal few games as well. Coach Gareth going to win as well. Says Gabriel close to the touchline. And Fiji, Tuisova wrestles the man down, goes for the counter ruck, but not quite able to get it there for Fiji. Wales once again going back across. Ryan Elias spins out of the tackle, but dragged down by, it was in the end, Pene Ravai. Williams, it was Hardy now drawing past, back hit on Tompkins, but now Cuthbert back in his base going as well. Tuithuvu able to make the tackle though, 35 metres out here for Wales, and they are still going to be on the attack, drawing past here. It's another big hit on that number 18. He won't like the fact that he's out there already, I wouldn't think, but now there are numbers on the outside here for Wales to the left-hand side. Tompkins drawing past out to Young, now breaking the line. He had Rees-Zammit with him, but he was looking on the inside rather than the outside. Wales at this stage, 30 minutes or 34 minutes into this game, 30 metres out from the line of Fiji. It's another advantage there for the player, not rolling away there. It would have been Ratunai Yaurawa was penalised, and they are going back for the penalty as well. We have got there just players just running into advertising boards at left, right, and Z to Katie as well. And also refs would have would have a laugh with the purple card as well. We have got there Mulivoro has said who is winning at this stage. It is Fiji 13 and Wales sitting on 7. We have got the scoreboard just next to me here, and you can see there about 34 minutes gone in this fixture as well. Wales once again kicking it for the corner, and Time Tosso Viti Tosso in the chat as well, which of course is Go Fiji, and they are going well at the moment in the early stages, although they will be under a lot of pressure here with Dan Bagger kicking this one once again, only 5 meters out from the line. Well, actually 10 meters, so they might have a little bit more time to try and stop this rolling maul, but it was how they scored their first try and only try, Wales, in the early stages. It was the rolling maul, and it was Ryan Elias who was able to pick it up. We did mention Ken Owens injured before the first match up against the All Blacks, so sadly, he was not going to be here. Also, Alan Wynne-Jones, another player who is going to be missing for this fixture as well. But Aaron Finch at the moment playing very well in the early stages of the match up against the Black Caps for their innings. And Baird now claims that one nicely, trying to get it marching forward. Just going a little bit backwards here for Wales, though. So they will have to use it very soon. Ryan Elias still hanging on, hoping that it starts going forward, and that is exactly what it's doing. It's going to the side, but it is still creeping forward here for Wales, continuing to use the rolling maul, breaking off the back now. Ryan Elias being shut down by his opposite number, Sam Matavesi. 5 meters out at the moment here for the Welsh, and they are going to be trying to get themselves in a good position. Oh, wicket there in the cricket as well. Daryl Mitchell was the man who was able to get it, and Aaron Finch has now gone out. So I jinxed them big time there, and also we have got there. So is Fiji leading? They are indeed. They are winning this game by 6 points at this stage. One try early on for their captain, Naif Levu. And then at this stage, just the one try for Wales as well, but they are close to the line of Fiji, 5 meters out, and they are still getting just that little bit closer. All of the Fijians trying to make sure that they stay onside. They have got one less man in their back line due to the red card of Oroni South, so they cannot afford to let Wales get through too many more times. Definitely not while we are in the first half. Going forward once again here. Good carry for the number 18. Been throwing himself at the line. It looks like Adam Beard might try a pick and go here. Does go himself, going to be dragged down by Fiji, and that is one thing that Fiji, they've been doing pretty decently so far, is that defense. They haven't been letting them through. Will Rowlands getting close. Sam Matavesi not able to get on that ball, and now that is going to be the penalty advantage straight out in front. They have to be careful not to go down to 13 men out on the field here for Fiji, but Wales still very, very close to the Fijian line. Kieran Hardy once again going to be firing this one back. Looks like they are going to be using the back line this time. Tompkins rush defense there out into the hands of Cuthbert. Great step on the inside, one-on-one. Breaking through 1 meter short here for Wales once again. Only 11 phases in at the moment for Wales. Thomas Young close to the line as well, and they're going back for the penalty. And also we have got there how many minutes is left as well, says Molivoro. At this stage, we have got 3 minutes left of the first half, and then we have got the second half of 40 minutes, and Fiji are down to 13 men with another yellow card. All black card as well. 50 minutes in the sin bin, and take a free shot from Nepalala as well, says Sebastian. I mean, Pablo Matera learned that he certainly hits hard. Nepalala, that is for sure. But unfortunately, Fiji are going to be down to only 13 men. They're taking a scrum. This is danger here for Fiji, because they are going to have to put Albert Tuisui is in the bin for 10 minutes, and he is a brilliant player. So to be missing him in the 4-pack, they've already had a red card. They've already had now the yellow card as well, and they are going to be down to 13 men defending against the Welsh side, who are only a few meters out from the line. It's not going to be easy, that is for sure. Great step from it was Cuthbert in the end, was working his way forward. Right, Fiji, they are missing one of their forwards here. So the question is whether or not they do add one of the backs into their scrum. I don't think they can afford to. I think that maybe this could be a good opportunity for Wales to do a pushover. Is it second half as well? Says Molivoro. Not quite. We have still got 3 minutes left of this first half, and then we will be having half time for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then we have got ourselves the second half. But Fiji at this stage, they have got the numbers against them, but they have still got the points on the board, 13 to be exact, and it is helping them get that little bit of momentum, but Wales are trying to take it straight back here as well. But 37 minutes into this game at this stage, 43 minutes to go. Fiji leading by 6. We've just got a little bit of a stoppage there for a drinks break. It is looking like it's a relatively warm day. Tuisova out on the wing is looking like a beast as always, and he is going to be maybe trying to put a massive hit on Lewis Rees-Zammit if he does need to try and knock the ball free. We have to wait and see how it goes. Right, the scrum here for Fiji. Are they scrumming with 7 or 6? I believe they have got 7 men here for the scrum, so they will not have a number 8. And at this stage, I would say that maybe Wales go off the back with the number 8 and then go out to the right-hand side. Might be the best option here. And also, we have got there all the pressure that but counts for nothing unless they come away with the 7 points for it, because it's true Fiji will tire more, but players will return as well, says Stuart Lee. Yeah, they certainly do need to get themselves a try here, Wales, while they have got such a large advantage in terms of the men on the field. But it is 8 against 7. And Wales, they had the bigger forward back to start with, or actually they had the smaller, so that actually benefits them a little bit. Kieran Hardy off the back there, and he scores the try for Fiji, and now they are going to be taking the lead here, Wales. And it was Kieran Hardy who was able to get it there. They did have the man disadvantage. They had the 2-man disadvantage there. But Kieran Hardy round the side, 38 minutes into this game, and Wales pick up their second try of the match. Now we have, it's got there, please, game screen as well, says Anisi. Unfortunately, due to licensing, if we were to show any match footage or audio, we would get taken straight off YouTube. So I do apologize that I can't show any match footage, but it will be on the Autumn Nations. It will be Autumn Nations YouTube channel. We'll be showing the highlights after the game. It's finished as well. We have got there still in the first half as well, says Mulivoro. It is indeed. And this stage, Wales scoring right at the end of this first half. It was a very nice try for, it was Cuthbert. Not Cuthbert. It was Hardy who was able to score a second half. A massacre coming as well, says the bait, and also try in the chat. And also we have got there in the chat, I believe those are Wales from Thick Boy, if I'm not wrong. They are very blue. That is for sure. At this stage, they are wearing the black kit for Wales. I don't think I've ever seen them wear this kit, if I'm not wrong, or not for a very long time anyway. Definitely not at Principality Stadium. And also surely a pin post about you're not being able to show the game, mate, as well, says Dector. We have had it in the past, and I actually realized that having it actually meant that more people asked about it, believe it or not, which kind of sounds like a weird situation, but pretty much by saying that we weren't able to show it, they would ask even more to be able to see it type thing, because of the fact that they were like, why wouldn't you be able to show it? So it almost adds more interest around it if they do see the pin comment, if that makes sense. So we kind of trialed it for a little bit, and then it did mean that we were getting asked it a lot more. Now it's going to be taken nicely there by Tane Basham, just inside of the 22 here for Wales. 30 seconds left of this first half, and Kieran Hardy is going to be passing it back once again now to the number 18. Kieran Hardy looking like he is going to be kicking this one up for the box kick, and he has been going very well throughout the early stages of this game. Thomas Williams will be coming off the bench for this one as well. That one has gone super high, and it's going close to the touchline. Lewis Rees-Sammer hasn't kept that one in the field of play. They are saying it's all right. So now at this stage, Wales are going to be able to continue. I thought he actually jumped from outside of the field of play, so it's whether or not he did jump and go back infield. But now at this stage, Liam Williams on the outside. Cuthbert gives it now off. Going back on the inside, driving through Cuthbert. Trying to find the offload, not quite able to, and straight on the ball there, losing his footing there. It was going to be Botitu. And at the number 12 jersey, Lewis Rees-Sammer chasing after the cross kick. Tuisova not on the wing. And because of it, it's Lewis Rees-Sammer with the pace. And he has been able to score the try for Wales. Where was Tuisova? I assume he was defending somewhere else. Just poking average was a sick showcase as well. Says Sebastian there. That is a brilliant try for Wales. It was Lewis Rees-Sammer at plenty of pace and was able to go over the line there as well. His name is one that I sometimes spell wrong, but we will go like that. And it was a great kick across field from Dan Bigger to get that cross kick in the perfect position. And Lewis Rees-Sammer straight down, and he was able to score the try as well. But when he has got that much pace, when you go with the cross kick, he is always going to be right there, ready to take it. And also we have got that try. Also, always harsh on the Fijians as well. Chester Marcy, it is indeed. Unfortunately, yeah, having 13 men on the field, like Tuisova, as soon as he gets the ball in hand, he is going to be able to really make an impact in this one. But they are actually checking this original one. This, to be honest, this may not be a try, because I said originally when it was on that touchline that Lewis Rees-Sammer wasn't in the field of play. So they are actually going to be checking this one. This might be no try, and it might be all good. We haven't got there. Put it as a poll question. Do you think we are live streaming the game first day on YouTube? John as well. Boy, there also we have got there. Not the first try for Lewis Rees-Sammer, but still got over the line as well. Says Sebastian. I believe this one is going to be disallowed here. He's in touch. He's in touch. He's in touch. He was never back in the field of play. So I don't think he needs to be back in the field of play. I believe the rule says you're allowed to jump from outside of the field of play, but if you jump back in, I think I think this is a no try. Wait, did they, or why did they wait so long for that? It should have been disregarded. Now it was a while back as well, says Stuart Lee. We're going to have to wait and see exactly how well the referees know the rule book here. Okay. Okay, like they are saying, for it to be play on, he needs to land back in the field of play, but it's almost over the same. If it's on the white line. Okay, the ball has crossed the line into touch, so I believe this is going to be a no try for Lewis Rees. We're going to be reversing it. That's only for scoring tries, I believe, as well, says the beta. Another chat there. So because he is out, it's deemed out, and it is going to be a line-out throw here for Fiji, and it is going to be no try for Lewis Rees. Here we go. Right. So if he had started out, then jumped back into the field of play there, Lewis Rees as he was coming down, it would have been considered as a play-on situation. But due to the fact that the ball was just over the white line, the touch line, when you do go into that situation, of course it was over the touch line. I realized I'm doing like indications on the sideline. Lewis Rees has just kicked that ball away into touch, and that is going to be half-time now between these two sides. Never heard of that rule in my life. Nick is asking for it as well, says Sebastian there in the chat. And also we have got their no try Fiji dodge a bullet. As I said, Sammy Sosa, but yeah, Lewis Rees very close to being able to score. So I would say, you know what? Overall, 14 points to Wales, 13 to Fiji. Fiji have done well in this first half because at the end of the day, they are in that situation. They have only got 13 men out on the field at the moment, and they are up against the Welsh side who look like they are ready to run the ball around. So if they can handle that early amount of pressure, maybe it is going to be, are we at 0? The second half as well, says Mulivolo, sorry. We have got just a few more minutes, and then it will be the second half getting underway. And took a while for Wales to eventually get going as well, says Simon Souza. And this is when they will need that man returning from the bin in the early stages of the second half, because if they do not have those 14 men out on the field, that is when it is going to be danger. And yes, says Atima there in the chat as well. But yeah, hopefully we do get to see a good performance from Fiji in the second half. And also, I guess you could say from Wales as well, because at this stage, with that man advantage, it seems like sometimes when a team has a man advantage, you can end up in that situation of, I guess, going overly aggressive. And that is something that they cannot afford to do, because or else then they will end up getting themselves into a little bit of trouble, maybe leaving a few spaces in behind for Wales and also, for Fiji to be able to pierce through. And Tuisova might be able to go over the line. Or no, I was going to say Aroni Sal, but he is no longer out there, so maybe it would be Tui Mumba off the bench will be a good one. Okay, Vanaka as well, says Molivoro. No worries, mate. Thank you all very much for tuning into this live stream. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, if you do enjoy an international rugby podcast, we have got the Rugby Down Under podcast link in the pinned comment. And also, if you do want to check out the sport channel, where we will be doing more games in the future, be sure to check that out as well. We're playing a lot better against 13 men than 15 as well, but disappointing. But Fiji are playing very well as well. A bit disappointing, says Thick Boy, and also to the man with the yellow card return, or still off the field. He is still off the field for, I believe, another 3 minutes or so. So as long as Fiji don't allow Wales to get themselves an early start in the second half, they will still be right in it. And also we have got there, New Zealand might win the T20 cricket final as well. Yeah, at this stage, 133 runs needed for Australia of 90 balls. They are going to need some wickets, because of the fact that if they do not get too many wickets, I think it could go the way of Australia, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, I'm excited. I feel like that one's going to be finishing about 30 minutes later than this match. So that is going to be what I am watching later on. Despite the discipline issues, Fiji is doing very well so far. I'm guessing the 20-minute red card is yet to be in effect, and they'll be back to 14 in the second half as well, says Sammy Souza. Yeah, so I believe a 20-minute red card is only in a few of those Southern Hemisphere competitions by the sounds of it. So it is going to be a little bit of a hit there for Fiji in the second to only have the 14 men, but hopefully they can do decently, as they've got a big game up against Georgia next week, and Fiji is still doing playing dirty rugby as well, says Saki. Yeah, they ended up giving away that red card on the ground, and it was one that they could not afford to give because of the fact they had the momentum up till that point. I would say they were playing very well in the early stages. The breakdown was somewhere that they were able to really have an impact in the game. And also in there we have got there, well done Fiji, says Ikings, and also Tosa Veti Tosa in the chat from it is Molivoro, and also Black Caps marching as well, says Sebastian there. And at this stage, it is another 6, I believe, at this stage for Dave Awani. He's been doing very nicely in recent weeks. for his form up against all these opposition. He did start off in not great form for the T20 World Cup, but now he is starting to really find some momentum. 131 runs needed for Australia off 88 balls. And that is something that they will have to try and shut them down. Thank you for your live, Kiwi lad, as well. Says Sarah, no worries, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. Play hard, play clean as well. Is the game over? Says Molivoro. No, we have still got another 40 minutes left, but it depends on how the second half starts. Fiji are still riding this, only 1 point behind. If they can keep on going the way that they were and also get back to getting a few penalties in the breakdown, they might end up being able to get over maybe 2 or 3 more penalties. Ben Vullavulla been kicking well. Kane Williamson played well. He did indeed 85 runs for him, which was very impressive. A ref do lucky as well. There's Elias. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. But do let me know. And also we have got there in the chat, Vanaka Viti, as well, says Aroa a little bit earlier on. And also we have got there, give us live coverage, please, pal. As well, says iKings. Unfortunately, due to YouTube's copyright system and the laws, it does mean if we were to show any match footage or audio, we will get taken straight off YouTube for 3 months and also possibly sued by probably World Rugby. So unfortunately, we're unable to show any match footage. But the good news is, even though we cannot show it, there will be highlights on YouTube on the Autumn Nations YouTube channel, and they will be coming out around, I'd say, a few hours after the game. They will be there as well. And Maya Ronisel as well in the chat from Kinney. And fair enough, if the 20-minute red is just a Southern Hemisphere thing, since it's still a technical send-off overall as well, says Sammy Souza. But yeah, hopefully we do get to see, I guess, because I know the 50-22 rule, we haven't seen any of them this game, but some of these international sides, they do try a few 50-22s. Where can I watch the match live as well? Says Raga Sawalu. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Unfortunately, there's not really too many options. They did have World Rugby for last week's game between Fiji and Spain. If you guys haven't seen that game, I would highly recommend checking it out. But other than that, they don't really have too many other options to watch these games for free, unfortunately. And I wish that they did, because at the end of the day, the more coverage that they show of these games, like one of the games on World Rugby's YouTube channel for Spain versus Fiji, it had over 100,000 views. So I wish that they would keep on doing them on YouTube for free so people can watch it. That's a hat trick, or should I say a chat trick as well, says Katie Dixon there. And go Fiji, go, as well, says Esamili. Yeah, in the chat, yeah, at the moment, Fiji, they're doing decently. Wales looking like they are going to be maybe the more technical side in the second half. But Fiji, if they can get themselves a couple more offloads, I think that they can get themselves through a gap. And how are the Pork Boys visible? If I've hidden them as well. Someone explain this to me as well. Says Katie Dixon. Also, we have got there the Pork Boys. The Pork Boys. I'm not too sure what the Pork Boys are, Katie. But also, what does Fiji learn from always going for the 3 points as well? They need to change their mentality and poke at the defense to improve their attack as well, says Debater. Yeah, I think it's very tough for them, because I think at this stage they'll take any points they can get. And if they still had the 15 men, I think they would keep on going for the corner and having Matavisi throw it in for the rolling maul. But with only having, although to be fair, once they have Tuisui back out on the field, I think they'll go back for the corner. But because then they would have their full 8 of their forwards. But missing Oroni Sal as well, and also Tuisuvu at this stage. Or sorry, not Tuisuvu. Tuisui, I think that is how you pronounce it. At this stage, it does mean that it's very tough for them to really get that go full going. And also we have got there and the chat as well. Fiji will have to dig deep now, but the man with the man down and sat out for the rest of the game will be a strict headshot, or with the strict headshot tackles as well. Says Sammy Souza. Yeah, they're going to have to be careful in the later stages, definitely with discipline, because I believe they've had about 10 penalties against them so far in this match, Fiji, so they cannot afford any more, or else it could be a bit of trouble. Yeah, let's go there. Can we watch live as well? Says Molivoro. Unfortunately, not on YouTube for this match, but there is going to be on the highlights channel for the rugby. It is the Autumn Nations, it is called. I will actually link it after the match for you guys to be able to see exactly where you can watch all the highlights from the weekend. Refers are good as well. It says Lysiasa, hopefully I pronounced it correctly, and the amount of online pimps we've had on the channel as well. Says it is a passion also. Now my messages aren't showing up, as well. Says Katie Dixon there, and also the second half will really test Fiji. Should be a good to watch as well. Says Neville saying, yeah, well, certainly, I guess it's an interesting one, because it will help them improve when they have got less men on the field, but they would have loved to be able to have the 15, of course, Dan McGariff, Baber against Wales as well. And also we've got there, go Fiji, go Fiji, go from Kessie. And also I really hope our boys pull something out of the hat here. And they've had a very good first half. They're on 13 points, just a late-minute try for Wales. They almost had another one, but it was disallowed due to it being in touch. But 2 tries and the rolling maul for Wales so far in the early stages of this game has been very strong. Fiji looking pretty decent, though, when it comes to either just using that back line and finding the offload. That is how they got their first try of the match with Nyatalevu was in the Viliami Mata. Does play a little bit in the top 14 competition in France. He was able to find the offload straight into the hands of Nyatalevu, who was able to put it down the bots as well. Why are they popping back up in the chat? If I've already hidden them, I believe they've made a lot of accounts, Katie, if I'm not wrong. But I might have a way of fixing that a little bit later on as well, because they all seem to have the same names or kind of somewhere along those lines as well. And what a first half, though, as well. And also we have got their Go Fiji Go as well. And Fiji will have to keep their discipline in check, indeed, despite the improvements in structure. And they'll also need more tries as well than just penalty goals. Yeah, I feel like at this stage, if Fiji can get themselves to 25 points, that's probably still only par. I think they are going to probably need 30 points to be able to win this game up against Wales, because Wales at this stage sitting on 14. I think Wales has still got 2 tries in them. So Fiji will need those 2 tries as well, and then something to be able to win this side. It's going to be a close finish maybe in this match, depending on how it goes. Come on, Gareth, work your magic as well. And then also we have got there, how have they let that Aussie ref out of there as well, says Fleshin. Nick Berry is not a very popular man, not in New Zealand, not in Australia, and not even in any of the other overseas areas, I guess you could say. He is not the most popular referee, that is for sure. The only options at this point are timing them out or unhide user as well. I am being asked to unhide them, so it's obviously the same account, not a new one. Am I just not understanding? That is strange, Katie, if it does to unhide them. So I guess it is the same account, but somehow they keep on being able to put their message in. I might have to try and talk to YouTube about it perhaps and see what I can learn. And can you tell me what the Kiwi Lad Sport channel is for? Says right. So pretty much at this stage, the Kiwi Lad Sport channel is going to be for things that aren't just rugby, but also, I guess, other sports. So we were going to be doing the Cricket World Cup final. We were almost going to do it on the Kiwi Lads channel, or the Kiwi Lad Sport, due to the fact that the main channel is going to be mainly rugby. And then the other channel, we will have a few other things popping up on there as well, but also a little bit of rugby involved in there as well. And it is the pinned comment for you guys who do want to check it out. But we have been doing our rugby live streams while we had the copyright strike on the main channel. So we are hopefully going to be able to keep on going without too many more copyright strikes in the future as well. We have got there the way Fiji are playing discipline-wise. They will be playing in this with their 17s coming to the final third as well, says Dick Boy there. Yeah, there are few penalties against them so far. And yeah, it is weird as well, says Katie Dixon. And apparently Australian Kiwi refs get a lot of stick for being inconsistent as well, says Sammy Soze. And also ref too lucky in the chat from it was like Siasa in there as well. But nonetheless, I will mention anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like. Also subscribe to the channel. It is hugely appreciated. We are actually sitting on 75 likes already on this live stream. So thank you all very much for that support. If you haven't already, sure to hit that subscribe button. And also, can we push our way towards 100 likes before 50 minutes gone in this game? If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button. And also, we have got there Molivoro in the chat as well, has said live. And there, I assume that is where can we watch the live. But unfortunately, yeah, it is only on, I guess, live streaming platforms that you have got a subscription to normally that do allow you to do it. That's a massive 6 there hit for Australia. Now at this stage, they are working their way back into this game by the looks of it. It is going to be a tough chase, though. So you'll have to wait and see exactly what way it is going to be going. But at this stage as well, this game must not be too far away from getting back underway, I should say. Looking at the benches now, Roni Sal, he is not going to be making his way back out onto the field for Fiji. Wales, they have got a strong bench with Thomas Williams, a lot of experience there. Callum Sheedy, going to be a good one to watch out for. Nick Tompkins is actually starting this match, so they will have someone else in their number 23 jersey. Debut here for Chinza in the number 19. He will be one to look out for. Wilgriff John did start the match, but instead now he is off the field due to injury. And also Seb Davis will be one to watch out for as well. Bradley Roberts doing decently in his debut a couple weeks ago. Roni Maui is on the bench there. Also, Atalifo will be one to watch out for. Dakuwanga as well, and Matawalu will be a decent player to maybe have come on later on in the match for Frank Lamani. And then Tui Mamba, I'm looking forward to seeing him play. He is a very, very dangerous player. And also we have got their shout to, it was Peter in the chat, as well, says Sitieri as well. So shout out to him. And also check Facebook where someone can stream live copyright free as well, says Soze. And also we have got their Fiji can win this game where we got to protect our possession of the ball and also the line out throw as well, says Revnov. Yeah, definitely getting a little bit more possession for them. We saw how effective the possession was for Ireland in that game up against the All Blacks. When they had 70% of it, the All Blacks just couldn't do anything. And at this stage, Wales, the longer they have that ball, the more they will run Fiji round. When they've got 13 men out on the field at the moment, Fiji, they'll be back to 14 soon. But when you've still got less men out on the field, they will be able to find those gaps and they will be able to keep on trying to wear you down, get that fatigue setting in as well. And also we have got there in the chat, no one wants a confident Aussie side just before the Ashes as well, says Sebastian. I'm looking forward to the Ashes. It's going to be a good one, but of course I want the Kiwis to be able to win that Cricket World Cup final. It would be very nice indeed to have it, due to the fact that they almost, you'd say they worked extremely hard to somehow make it through to that final, due to the fact that they weren't really looking that solid throughout the group stage, but they just made it long enough that they were able to make it to the semis, and then they were able to beat the favourites to win the Cricket World Cup, England. So they've done decently there as well. But at this stage, we are only around a minute or two away from the second half getting back underway. So if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We're up to 82 likes. So, we're up to 88 likes. So we're going to actually make it to our target of 100, maybe even before we get to the second half. Starting at this stage, we're only 11 away. So I do appreciate that very much. And thank you all very much for tuning in. I hope you have been enjoying the commentary. And like I mentioned, I will put the link to the highlights channel on YouTube straight after the live stream as well. Bortia was a name I was looking forward to getting to see, but gutted not to hear his name as well, says Retinov. Yeah, unfortunately, the big man Lavani Bortia, I believe he's injured, sadly. And I wish he wasn't, because he is an absolutely awesome player and he plays very well for La Rochelle in the top 14 as well. So hopefully his injury isn't going to last too long and he will be back for the Champions Cup. That is coming up very soon as well. Well, if Fiji win, I'll eat a dirty nappy running down Ponsonby Road backwards as well, says JW there. And also Sam Matavisi making a huge impact. He's a phenomenal player in that front row, that is for sure. And also, you're not watching the cricket, says Music Kiwi. I have got it right here on this screen, and then I have got the rugby just here as well. So I have been able to see both of them. Australia sitting 61 for 1 after 8.1 overs at the moment. How long to go, says Barry. The second half is just about to start. Ben Vula will be kicking off from right to left. So we have got 40 minutes left, subbed as well, says username. Thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciated as well. We have got that 40 minutes left for Fiji to bring it or be blown away as well, says Sammy Souza. And go the Black Caps at this stage from Music Kiwi. Yeah, sending a decent total. That's a 4 from David Warner, though. That's not good news for the Kiwis. And Nick Berry at this stage just having a few problems with the microphone. So because of that, they are just running some repairs, and then it will be Ben Vula kicking off the second half. They are showing Josh Adams there on the bench. Unfortunately for him, calf injury has left him out of this game. He was going to be starting at 13, but instead he is going to be watching from the sideline. Black Cats need wickets ASAP as well, says Music Kiwi. They do indeed, or else David Warner and Mitch Marsh might be able to keep on going. Chat live stream Fiji versus Wales as well, says Lamprop there in the chat. At this stage now, we are waiting for the second half to get back underway. It is going to be Ben Vula kicking off this one for Fiji. The whistle was blown, and the second half of this match at Principality Stadium is back underway. It is going to be taken nicely there by Cuthbert once again, trying to step away. It's actually Tane Basham running there. I swear some of these forwards are nowadays just run way too fast. This is going to be a thriller of a game as well, says Revnov. It is indeed a little bit of a contest there on the breakdown from Fiji. I believe it was Viliami Mata, Sam Matavisi, almost able to turn it over, but still available here for Wales just inside of their own 22. And it looks like they will be passing this one across a couple of times. Maybe Thomas Young gets a carry, and then it will be the opportunity to kick this one for the touchline. Thomas Young carrying forward. I mentioned plays for the Wasps in the Gallagher Premiership, which is going to be starting up in only a couple more days' time, or a couple weeks' time, I should say. The stage now kicked high from Kieran Hardy from inside of his own territory, going now to Fiji, and it is going to be their fullback here, Tui Thuvu, trying to pierce the gap. Great low tackle on him by Dan Biggino, misses it, and now driving fullback Adam Beard drags him down 40 metres out. Lamani now gives it off to Sam Matavisi once again with a solid carry. He's been making a lot of metres throughout this whole match. Looked a little bit high from Adam Beard, and it is going to be the penalty advantage now in favour of Fiji, so they are going to keep on throwing this one back. It is going to be Ben Vula, a little chip and chase here for him. It has it set up. He has knocked it out of the hand, and it is going to be a knock on. So they're going back for the penalty as well. We have got there. Go Fiji in the chat from Gabriel as well. But Adam Beard just getting him a little bit high with that contact. It was Frank Lamani, went around the side and then almost ended up with a seatbelt around him in the form of Adam Beard's arms. So that is why he was ended up getting the penalty against them. So they are going to be about 50 metres out. Good commentating on the game, bro. Great work as well, says Resnell. Thank you very much, mate. We have been covering plenty of international fixtures this weekend. We did New Zealand versus Ireland, England versus Australia, South Africa versus Scotland, also the Bunnings NPC. We cover it on the channel, and the Fijian 7 side. We are going to be following them through their journey in the Rugby 7s that is coming up very soon. Fiji going for the 3 points here from about 45 metres out. So he will certainly want this one to be going straight down the middle. Oh, David Warner's just hit the ball beautifully down the ground for 6 there. and Australia looking very solid in there as well for the rugby, or sorry, for the cricket, I should say, as well. And now they are definitely going to be the favourites to be able to finish out this game by the looks of it. They are $1.30 favourites, I do see. But Ben Vulavula now is going to be taking on this kick. 45 metres out, like I mentioned. Straight out in front. Should be able to nail this one, Vulavula. He's normally got the range at Braz versus Rice, and also looks like Ireland finally got their revenge. It struck nicely there, and that one has gone straight down the middle, and now Ben Vulavula makes the score 16 points to Fiji and 14 to Wales. We have got there, okay, Australia going to win as well, says Music Kiwi, and also we have got there in the chat, Fiji have to play smart as well, says Raga Sawalu. Hopefully I pronounced that not too bad, and also we have got there, OMG, we're losing as well. Says Music Kiwi there. I assume that is in the cricket, and yeah, at this stage, Australia looking very solid. It is going to be the step there from Tuithuvu. Just outside of the 22 at the moment here for Fiji. Trying to cross into the hands of Misaki Dog. We haven't really seen too many carries from him so far in this fixture. He did have a little bit of a shoulder injury, something along those lines earlier on in the game. Frank Lamani now going for the box kick. Adam Beard tries to charge it down. Going to be an awkward take. Beautifully done there by, I believe it was Cuthbert. Yes, it was. Was able to get under that ball. Still playing with 13 men at the moment here for Fiji. They will definitely want one more man out on the field extremely soon. Dylan Lewis there with the carry. Dan Bigger now going for the cross kick. Lewis, Rees-Zammit takes it. Ben Vulavula, what a tackle that was. Had to be made. Oh, Tuisova was gone if it wasn't out. But it was out. Lewis Rees-Zammit just running out of space there. And because of it, it does mean that it is going to be a line out for Fiji. How long's left as well, says Mr. Kai. At this stage, we have got 36 minutes left in this game. So there is still quite a while. And that's one nice strike by Ben as well. Says Sebastian there. New Zealand need wickets if they're going to win as well. Yeah, they do indeed. 93 runs needed off 64 balls. And when Fiji wins, BM Kerr, public holiday as well. Says Reznov. And let's go Fiji. You can do it, guys. As well, says Jabez. And at this stage now, it is actually going back for the original penalty in favour of Wales. So now 15 metres out. They will still have the advantage of being inside of the 22. Ryan Elias, he has scored a rolling maul try so far in the earlier stages of this fixture. Fiji still down to 13 men. But I believe it's not too far off him being back out on the field. And Fiji might not be waiting too much longer to make their subs either, due to the fact that they have already been running around very frantically trying to defend up against a Welsh side who seem pretty elusive. And now rolling maul once again, opening up. Dylan Lewis has got it at the back, fires it back to Elias now. And they are still trying to creep their way forward for this maul. It's the same maul as the call. And now straight on him there, it's Viliami Mata tying the ball up. It's gone down to the ground. And is it going to be a scrum? He's just got the ball back. Viliami Mata, he didn't even need the scrum to take place. And now Fiji have got this one just inside of about 15 metres out from the line. Been told to use it there. Frank Lamani kicks it high, trying to clear it. But at the moment, Wales are trying to trap Fiji inside of their own 22. It's a good kick downfield from Frank Lamani. Oh, beautifully taken there. Met with a massive tackle there. I believe it was Lewis Rees-Zammit jumped up onto the ball and got absolutely nailed by, I believe it was Tuisova. Yeah, it's got there. I forgot about the yellow card as well. Says Reznov there. The stage it is going to be bigger. Goes back once again in the midfield. Trying to steamroll his way forward. Fiji once again trying to get straight on the ball. Well, them Dan Bigger, little grubber of mine, sees a space. And mine, Cuthbert, is getting close and has gone out there 10 metres out. And Fiji will have the line out. Wish Rudrada was playing me too. He is a phenomenal talent. He did actually go to the sevens competition for the Olympics, but he didn't actually get too much game time at all for them. But hopefully we do get to see a little bit more of him. If it's not at international level for Fiji, hopefully we get to see him in the Gallagher Premiership very soon as well. I think the Fiji captain is Naifalevo. It is indeed. And he has been able to score the lone try of the match so far for Fiji. And it was a very nice offload from Viliami Mata. He's been playing very well. That ball has gone down. And because of it now, Wales have got this one only a few minutes out. It's a penalty, though, to Fiji. And they are not willing to let him put the ball down on the ground at this stage by the looks of it. They're just having a bit of a push and a shove on the ground as well. Go Fiji, go as well, says Fra. And also we have got there. Who is the captain for Fiji? They could have kicked it out and run the time down as well, says the beta. So at this stage, Tuisue making his way back out onto the field. That is going to be very helpful for Fiji. But the red card is going to stand for the rest of this game. So there is another 33 minutes. And this one, thanks for the update as well, says no worries, mate. And hopefully you guys are enjoying the commentary. If you aren't new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Mina has said Go Fiji Go, and also not look good for New Zealand and Go Fiji as well, says Music Kiwi there. And also Let's Go Fiji, let's go, says Jabez. And also Wales terrible, try and bully 13 men rather than running it as well, says Owen Williams. And the thing is, if you're going to try and bully Fiji in the breakdown, it's not going to work because Fiji are just too physical in that one. They need to be strategic with the way that they do at Wales and just try and get themselves in that position of really being able to, I guess, just spread the ball out wide, get it out to Reece Sammer. He already almost scored a try earlier on. That one's going to be taken over the back there for Wales. So a loose ball from Fiji at the line out now. Dan Bigger, one more pass and then spreading it wide at this stage. Tompkins now stepping nicely. Passes on the outside. Thomas Young now. It's going to be Liam Williams out to Lewis Reece Sammer. Lined up by Tuisova and dropped as well now at this stage. Going back across field. And it is nicely taken by Wales once again. 30 metres out there going to the short side. Liam Williams steps back on the inside. Good low tackle on him by Tuisova. Not quite able to get on the ball there for the number one all around the side there. I believe it was Maui who was trying to get on it. Liam Williams now trying to pierce his way around the side of the breakdown. Pick and go. It was almost Tuisova's in the breakdown once again. Now it is going to be Hardy. Goes back to Bigger. Trying to break his way through. Tackled by Lamani. But Wales, this is back-to-back phases, straight out in front of the post at the moment. 20 out. Kieran Hardy now passes it back. It's going to be the flat cutout pass. Instead, Tompkins lined up, wrestled to the ground. Kieran Hardy, a lot of pressure on him. Actually, it is their number 12, Johnny Williams. The number 15, I believe it was Tuithuvu, was asking the question of whether or not he could contest in the breakdown. So Matavesi gets straight on it. Viliami Mata taking it back for Fiji, trying to find the offload. Was it the best decision? Maybe not. And now at this stage, Johnny Williams kicks it in mind. It's going to be sitting up nicely here for Fiji. And they have kicked that one downfield, and that is a brilliant kick there from Frank Lamani. We have got there. Thanks for the commentary man as well, says Jabez. And thank you very much for tuning in. I usually appreciate it. And Bristol Bears won't release Rajaja because of what happened to him last year, as well, says Resnov. And also Go Fiji Go, you can do it. And also need to try Fiji, says Gabriel. And also red card on play for the remainder of the game as well, says Sebastian. So yeah, they won't be having their man come back out on the field like the rules that we have seen for the Rugby Championship and also for a couple of the other competitions in the Bunnings EBC and whatnot. We have got the 100+ likes. Cheers everyone as well, says Sebastian. So thank you all very much for hitting that like button. It is usually appreciated. If you are new to the channel, also be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are going to be back next week for many more international fixtures. It looks like it is going to be now. Who is it? It is going to be now Reece Gear going off the field, I believe. And then it is going to be his replacement, Gareth Thomas, who is making his way out there. We have got there. This match is epic. I was expecting Wales to run over Fiji as well, says Java Guru. Yeah, Fiji to still be in the position that they are, leading by 2 points after having a red card and a yellow card. They are doing very nicely, but it's how long can they keep it up for in this one as well? That is the big question. And that is a big 6 in the cricket once again. Up against the Black Cats, we have got the ABs need better forwards. Attacks against France as well, says Whole Bitcoiner. And also we have got there Aroni Sal was a real difference maker on the defensive side of the game. I feel bad for him when he was handed that red card. The Welsh number 10 and 13 are running freely because Aroni Sal is not there. And tell you what, in the short amount of time that he was out on the field, Aroni Sal wasn't just defensively, he was also able to get himself quite a, oh no. I think Nick Tompkins may have just been taken off the ball. That could be another card for Fiji. But Liam Williams now with the step, not got able to get through. That gave Lewis Reece Sammer though. Going to be backing himself to kick and chase. Finding a bit of space in behind, and it is taken nicely by Vem Vula. And now he will be kicking this one downfield, looking for the touchline, and he has been able to find it. We have got there. Okay, I'm going to bed. I'm a cry when we lose as well. And also we have got there. Is it in the second half? It is indeed. We are currently sitting at 50 minutes through the second half of the game. And Bliss has said, go Fiji, go, and 6Y as well, says Music Kiwi. And also we have got there as well, go Fiji, go, win, win, win. And video, says Sarah. The highlights of this game will be up on YouTube after the match is finished. And that will be on the Autumn Nations YouTube channel. But I will link that in the chat once the match is done, once they have uploaded it as well. Who got the red card as well, says Jabez. So there has been a red card for Ironi Sal for Fiji. And also it was, in the end, Albert Tuisui, who did end up with the yellow card as well. And Warner and Marsh need to go ASAP, says Sebastian. They do indeed at this stage. It is just meaning that the Kiwis are getting chased down big time by Australia, and they are in a prime position to be able to win the T20 World Cup. We have also got their Fiji is not losing as well, says Resnov. And also, so what's the points as well, says Mulivoro. At this stage, it is sitting 16 points to Fiji and 14 to Wales, but now it is the line out here for Wales. And they have been able to pass it back now. Kieran Hardy, that's not even mentioning Thomas Williams, who will be coming off the bench. That is another 6 there for David Warner, and he has brought up his 50 runs. As I say, he is playing very nicely now, driving his way forward once again here. Kieran Hardy fires it back, Dan Bigger now, draw and pass, going to be dragged down nicely in the tackle. It was a penalty, though, to Fiji for the player going again. And that is going to be it. And also we have got there, if you want to go to be their goal as well, says Reznov there. And also we have got there, Australia might have a bigger chance of winning. Let's go as well, says Rice. And also we have got there, what's the census on the red card as well, says Heracles. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Unfortunately for Oroni Sal, originally when they were looking at it, they said that he was trying to push the man into touch by kind of leading in. But unfortunately he caught his forearm on the head of the player on the ground. So because of that, Nick Berry on the field was saying that it was going to be yellow card, but then the TMO overruled him and said it should be a red, and then they agreed, and that is what they ended up going with. Told you, whoever wins that bloody toss wins the game as well, says Sebastian. It has pretty much been that way throughout the whole competition, unfortunately. Like, no matter what, it is just whoever wins the toss in the T20 World Cup has won every single game pretty much, other than a couple of those ones with upsets for in the matches between like Scotland and Namibia or something. What is the rule change that World Rugby is experimenting with as well, says Rev Nom. So depending on what one we are talking about, there is the 50-22, which is when you kick the ball from inside of your own half and it goes into touch. Inside of the 22 of your opponent, you get the line out throw for the team that is attacking. And also the 20-minute red card is something they have used in the Rugby Championship a little bit more recently, where it is only 20 minutes that you would be off the field for. That's a good run from Fiji once again, just throwing himself at the line. Botitu so available here for Fiji. It is going to be Eroni Maui, who has just made his way out onto the field as well. Also the number 20, so they have actually made quite a few of their changes. It is Dakawanga. Frank Lomani once again firing it back now, trying to get the set play going here for Fiji in the back line. Beautiful step on the inside there, but shut down once again was Tuithuvu. One more across now. It looks like they could try and get it out the back for Tuisova, sitting up though for Lewis Rees-Zammit, and they're going back for the penalty to Fiji. I blame Guptill for this loss as well, says Music Kiwi. And also everyone subscribe and hit the like button for his hard work as well, says Jabez. Thank you very much, mate. It is at this stage. We are sitting 5:42 a.m. here in New Zealand. I know you guys who have got up in the middle of the night for these games in Fiji. It is hugely appreciated you all being here. Fiji will win as well, says, or win, says Jimmy. And also we have got there, you can still win Fiji, go. And also in the chat, we have got there, we only got one wicket from all this time we have been playing as well. And yeah, at this stage, they are under a huge amount of pressure here, the Black Caps. And also Fiji versus Wales games at every Rugby World Cup is like glue that cannot be broken as well, says Reznov. Yeah, we get to see it very often, those two sides playing off, but they are always good games when they do take place, and Fiji always right in them as well. But now at this stage, it is going to be Ben Vulavula. He has taken on the 3 points. Once again, it is 4:42 a.m. here in Fiji as well. There's Reznov. And also we have got there, Kane carry the Black Caps in there from Rice. But Ben Vulavula, if he can kick this one, he has still got 100% kicking rate for this whole match. We'll be open and do the same here. Kia ora, mate, as well. Says Rasiati, welcome in to the live stream, mate. It is awesome to have you guys all here. We have hit over 100 likes on this live stream. At the moment, we are sitting on 120. Tell you what, we might make it to 150 between or before the rest of the live stream is done. Ben Vulavula strikes. Oh, he's missed. He's missed it, Ben Vulavula. I jinxed him. I said that he is normally very accurate. Play smart, not fast as well. There's Ragasawalu as well. And we also had a little bit earlier on asking whether or not Dakawanga was playing as well. He is indeed, and he has come off the bench in the number 20 jersey, Masavisi Dakawanga. So now maybe he can have an impact in the later stages. And it is 4:42 a.m. or p.m. there in Scotland for whole Bitcoiner. And morning, good morning, mate, as well. Says Molly Votto as well. And can we watch the game? Unfortunately, due to licensing, I'm unable to show any match footage or audio. But the good news is the highlights of this game will be up on YouTube after, and it will be on the Autumn Series YouTube channel for the rugby. Kicked him behind there from Fiji. Now a nice step there from Liam Williams. Overcommitting was Tuisova. And now just working his way through Williams. Dragged down, though, by Sam Matavisi. Straight on the ball, almost there for Fiji. But now using their back line here. Adam Beard, little bit of a juggle for that man. He's been able to take it nicely, though. And Wales still have the possession. 25 minutes left in this game at the moment. And also, we have got there, come on, boys, Fiji go as well. Says Akisi. Being kicked in behind there. Frank Lamani is back, waiting for this ball to stop bouncing away from him. Takes it, passes it across as well. And now looking for the touchline here. Ben Vulavula has given it an almighty strike. It's going close to the touchline. Doesn't go out though. Liam Williams keeps it in the field of play. Dan Bigger. This looks like a 50-22 option for Dan Bigger. He sees the space. Oh, taken beautifully though. And the mark is taken as well. Takes the quick tap and now he is off for Fiji. Decides to go for it. Tui Tuvu going through, beautiful offload, draw pass there for Fiji. And they are going to be making it to the line. And it's the captain, Naya Thalevu, who has been able to score there for Fiji. 56 minutes, and what a try for Fiji. Full field try. It was Dan Bigger. He looked for the 50-22, I should say. Liam Williams is exhausted, had to cover a lot of ground, but in the end, Tui Tuvu took the take and then did the tap and went for it well and truly. And then I see a Naya Thalevu on the outside, ready to go. Tosso Viti Tosso as well in the chat from Molivoro. And also try time, says Music Kiwi. It was indeed. Called the mark, then took the quick tap for him. And Naya Thalevu, 56 and at this stage. And then he was able to offload to Naya Thalevu, and they do score as well. Come on, let's go. Don't look back as well, says Ragasawalu. And also go Fiji go, and Tosso Viti Tosso from Mulivoro. And go Fiji go, says Revnov, and go, says the Beta. And Aussies are caning us as well, says Barry. Yeah, unfortunately, it seems like that Cricket World Cup, it is going to be going the way of maybe Australia. They only need 67 off 48 balls, and we never die. We will never give an inch as well, says Revnov. That's the thing. If they can win this game with only the 14 men on the field for most of this game, and Thick Boy has got the face palm at the moment. Also, thanks for the commentary, bro, says Satio. No worries, mate. And thank you all very much for tuning in. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is hugely appreciated, all the support you guys have been showing. We always lose to Aussie for beep's sake as well, says Aussie Kiwi. And also, I've watched all your commentary, man. You are too good as well, says Jabez. Thank you very much. Great kick there from the man on the touchline. And because of it, it does mean now Ben Vulavula converts, and the score is going to be 23 points to Fiji and 14 for Wales. And Hamish emojis in the chat from Crazy and said, good morning, mate. Welcome in to the live stream. And also, we have got there Wananavu, Fiji, or Viti as well. Says Joseph, and more tries in the chat as well. Wait, who scored? It was once again Naya Thalevu who was able to score it. He has scored 2 tries so far in this game. And thanks very much for the commentary, says Molivoro as well. Bro, no worries. Thank you very much for tuning in. And also, so sorry, brother. Didn't expect this, to be honest. And go Fiji in the chat from Joseph. And the last 20 minutes of the game is where always Fiji get themselves into trouble. And straight away, it is a turnover. And it's going to be Seb Davies actually out on the field. And that is replacing Thomas Young, still available now for Wales. And it looks like drawing pass once again, opening up. Lewis Rees-Zammit down the wing, doing the step on the inside. Dragged down, though, by the Fijian lock. Wales straight back on the counter-attack. Still 21 minutes left of this fixture. Between these two sides, Fiji have a 9-point lead, but for how long for? Now, at this stage, it is going to be Thomas Williams also out on the field there for Wales. Flat ball, nicely done. Tane bashing his way up to the 5-metre line here for Wales, straight out in front of the post. Thomas Williams looks to the left-hand side, does find the pass as well. Drawing pass, no, number 20, Seb Davies. Dragged down and get him straight in the breakdown there for Fiji, but it is still on the side of the Welsh. And at this stage, David Warner just lost his wicket there in the cricket as well. And so you must be cheering for Fiji as well, says Malivoro. I'm always impartial for these matches. It's going to be very interesting to see who can get it to go each way. Now almost lined up there. It was going to be Holo, is it? Who is actually on the field at the moment. Now at this stage, penalty going the way of Wales. If they kick this one for 3, they will be within 7, but more than likely they may decide that they do want a few more points than the 3 as well. Just as the Welsh have found 2 new users for sheep, Meat and War as well, says JW. And also we have there, let's go, says Rice, and yes, wicket in there. And Yo Sebastian, let's go as well. Morning just woke up, and keep it up, boys. Go, Fiji, go. In the chat, they've taken the quick tap there for Wales. So they are going to be playing it very quickly in the early stages of this one. And we also got there, you the best commentary, man, vibes, bro, as well, says Marty. Thank you very much. Hugely appreciated. And thank you, commentator, you the bum as well, says Joseph. And excellent commentary, mate, as well. Says it was Siri Meyer a little bit earlier on. Tosso Viti Tosso, I see in the chat as well. But Wales at this stage, they have still got this ball. And it is 20 minutes to go in this game. They are going to the short side once again. It is going to be their number 6, which in this one, it is actually Ellis Tompkins. We haven't seen too much of him throughout this match. Or sorry, Ellis Jenkins is the name there once again. Driving forward here for Wales, a metre short of the line at the moment. The discipline of Fiji is going to be an important advantage. He was offside there. The Fijian replacement forward trying to get the ball down, and it's going to be the penalty, and it could be a yellow card, is it? No, they are going to continue to go by the looks of it. Double blow of the whistle. Is Nick Berry going to give a yellow card here? Okay, Nyatha Levu is getting a warning there from referee Nick Berry, and also get every opportunity Fiji get at goal they should take as well, says Reznov. And also we have got there the comeback, says Music Kiwi. There is a chance that they may be able to do so. Toso Viti Toso as well from Aditi. And also hit like and subscribe. Check out the pin comment and the Discord as well, says Sebastian. You heard the man. If you haven't already, be sure to leave that like on this live stream. Also subscribe to the channel. We are going to be back with more international rugby, and we are currently sitting on 133. So we are only 17 likes away from hitting out like goal. Whoever's got there, come on, Fiji, discipline as well, says Ragasawalu. And also hold the line, Fiji, 19 minutes left set them. They are kicking for the corner here, Wales, so they are going aggressive, and they want themselves to try very, very soon as well. Nail them, Fiji, says Joseph. And also New Zealand need to pull something unreal off as well, says Rice. And we're about to turn it up, says that boy. The stage, it is going to be now Ryan Elias. Very important line out throw for this man, going straight into the hands of Beard. And the maul starts to roll. It's going sideways at the moment for Wales, but it hasn't taken long before they start to creep their way just ever so closer to the line. Now it is going to be going down. It's another advantage. This could be a yellow card here for Fiji. Once again, it is going to be going back now. Little bit of the loose ball. Nice pass from Dan Bigger now. Lewis Rees tries to kick it downfield, and it's going to be kicked away by Sam Matavisi, and now it's going back for the penalty in favour of Wales. And now double blow of the whistle by the sounds of it from Nick Berry. I think someone's going to the bin here. Tico Viti as well, says Sebastian. And also we have got there. I feel like I'll enjoy the last 20 minutes as well, says Sebastian there. Number 17, Aroni Maui. I think he's going to the bin. 17, he's looking for him. He couldn't find Aroni Maui, and he is going off the field for the next 10 minutes as well. And also we have got there, show them how rugby is played, Fiji. And also Anisi has said hello as well. Welcome into live stream, mate. It is great to have you here for this one. But at this stage, Aroni Maui now going to the bin, which is not what they wanted. Bolt Warner didn't even see it as well, says Sebastian. Yeah, they are currently 2 down, 109 runs. New Zealand have got Australia on 13 overs gone, 64 runs needed from 42 balls as well. And Wales need to step up their game. We can do it. Come on. As well, says Ricky. And boys want another try. Go, boys, go, Fiji, says Gabriel. Now at this stage, rolling maul set up for Wales. Ryan Elias at the back of it. Is he going to be able to go around the side? That is exactly what they're doing. The ball is down, and it's the try. And it's Ryan Elias. So once again, it is going to be the number 2 for Wales, who has been able to score it. And now he is picking up his second. So him and Nyatha Levu both being able to pick up 2 in this game. We will add that to the try scorers list. Fiji are now only going to have the 4-point lead, depending on whether or not this kick goes over. But it has been right there many, many times in a row for the phase play from Wales. They have finally broken through as well. Come on, Wales. Wales was 101 to win at halftime as well. Or $1.01 to win at halftime, says Jack Lewis. And also we have got the upper in that chat, says Crazy. And also try Elias times 2. And Bolt carrying this bowling unit today as well. And how long is the yellow card as well? It is going to be 10 minutes for them. So it means that right up until about 72 minutes is when they are going to be able to have the man back out on the field. That one has hit the post. So the difference is still going to be 4, which does mean now that there is still a chance that a penalty definitely wouldn't be enough here for Wales. We have got their bra as well. And 6 we lost, as well, says Music Kiwi. Yeah, Mitch Marsh is on fire at the moment for the cricket. And also as Dan Big at the Welsh kicker as well, says Reznov. He is indeed. And give Wales some big tackles, Fiji, as well, says Davida. They started the match very well with that physicality. And also we have got there, come on, Fiji, show them who the king of rugby as well is, says Jabez. And we are going to be following through. Speaking of the king of rugby, Fijian Sevens, we are going to be watching all of those games on the channel, also commentating them. So if you guys are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is hugely appreciated. All you guys being here for this one eases that pressure. Go on, Ryan, as well, says Thick Boy. And also, first, the All Blacks lost. Now the Black Cats lost. All Kiwis are crying now, as well, says Rice. And also, go Fiji, go, says I see you there. And come on, the boys, one more, says it was a Myra, or Myra, yeah. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. But now at this stage, Wales, once again, with the 2-man advantage out there. It's a good run there. And it's a beautiful bit of drawing pass now. Stepping across Thomas Williams. Drawing pass. Ryan Elias going. He's been hard in the tackle by Dakawanga, though. At this stage, Wales once again driving their way forward here. It's going to be a big break of the tackle there from Seb Davies. Going back across field. Good step there from Wales, and they are now only 15 metres out. Thomas Williams looks to the short side. They've got numbers straightening there. Will Rowlands. And he has been dragged down as well. Only 15 minutes left in this game. Thank you as well, says Anisi. And also, we have got their chin up, brother. Not over yet as well, says Sebastian. And now another good carry from Wales. They haven't got the advantage yet, but as soon as they do, perhaps there'll be another yellow card. Grubber in behind there from Wales. Saw the space, got too much on it though. And because of it, it does mean that it is going to be more than likely the 22 dropout here for Fiji. We have got there Johnny Blaze in the house as well. Says Thick Boy as well. And in the Fijianis also as well. Says it was Johnny Blaze. Welcome into Live, mate. Hopefully you did have a good sleep after the rugby that we did have last night. Fiji discipline needs to hold. This is what I fear about the dying minutes of every Fiji game as well, says Risnov. And also, I can bowl better than this as well, says it was Music Kiwi. And also, go Fiji. And also, basically, is over Australia. Keeps on getting 4s and 6s as well. Yeah, they only need 50 runs from 39 balls, which is not very many at all. But now they are just showing the replay of Wales' attack there, and it was just quick with the passing. His name's not Dave, it's Ben Villa. He's kicked that one into touch, and now Wales, 37 metres out, are going to have another opportunity on attack. Thanks for the commentary, mate, as well. Says it was a Makiu. Hopefully I pronounced it correctly, and thank you very much, mate. It is hugely appreciated you being here for the slicer, and also go Fiji, go, and go commentator, go, says Joseph. Nice, bro, says Colineo. And the chat as well, and New Zealand are crumbling, says Barry. Yeah, the pressure might be getting to them a little bit. That is another wide from Ish Sodi, taken beautifully there, and it is going to be, once again, the number 18 for Wales being able to drive his way forward. Originally, it was actually going to be Wilgriff John, but he was injured in the early stages of the match as he was starting drawing past here. Lewis Rees-Sammet, one more. Liam Williams going for the corner there. Cuthbert scores it, and Wales will take the lead now up against Fiji. Cuthbert gets the try in the corner. I subscribed as well, says Anisi. Thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciated, and Wales, the crowd, hugely appreciated that try for them because of the fact that now they have got the lead. Is that the first time Wales have been leading? No, not quite. They did have to lead 14 points to 13. And this game looks like it is going to be going down to the wire perhaps, and Wales have been able to take the lead now. We have got their try Cuthbert as well. Lovely try, Wales, says Days Off. And also, we have got that try was real quick and well done, boys, says Richie. It was from originally the line out just going a little bit wrong for them. And then from there, just a backline movement for Wales. Lewis Rees-Sammet, as soon as that man gets a go forward, it does mean that the draw and pass is available. Liam Williams goes to Cuthbert. Very nicely done to keep himself in the field of play. Let's go as well, says Crazy in the chat. And also, I'm going to be the press about 30 minutes as well, says Music Kiwi, and lovely try Wales in there. And also, I'm still sad from the weekend. I might need to take an emotional day off as well, says Johnny Blaze. And also, yo, Johnny, in the chat from It Was Sebastian there. And so, how many minutes left, says Gabiz. At this stage, we have got ourselves 13 minutes left in this game between the two sides. So it's going to be close by the looks of it. And also New Zealand deserve this T20 World Cup so much more as well, says Rice. They've done well to get through to that group stage or get through to the Super 12. No, sorry, not the Super 12, to the semi-finals. But at this stage, 8 runs needed and over for Australia. Unless they get a couple more wickets quickly here, New Zealand, seems like Australia might be able to win that one and get themselves the World Cup. But we will have to wait and see. That one is not going over there by the looks of it. And it does mean now that 24 points to Wales, 23 to Fiji, just a 1 point difference. Please don't mention Wales score as well, says Marty there. And also we have got their Mystic Thick Boy strikes again as well, says Thick Boy. And also we have got there, it's still anybody's game, says Revnov. Yeah, 1 point difference between these two sides. Another 5 minutes and then Fiji will be back to 14 men, but they still have not had the 15 since about the 20th minute of this game as well. And Tosa Viti Toso as well, says Josefa. And one more try for either side from here could almost end up winning them the game. There's going to be Ben Villa kicks this one off high and deep. It's taken nicely, though, by Wales inside of the 22. Thomas Williams now going to be kicking it downfield, looking for the touchline, and that is what he has been able to do. 45 metres out now, maybe even 50. That's a brilliant kick from Thomas Williams, 50 metres out. And it is going to be the Fijian line out as well. And so Lottie has said, I subscribe as well. So thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciated for all of you guys. Wales owes the guy in the TMO box of beer. So says the beta. One more try, Fiji, says Gabiz. And also heads up Fiji and run them down, says Joseph. And also I rely on the Black Caps fielding. Wasn't meant to be as well, says Sebastian there. That's taken nicely by Viliami Mata. And now breaking off the back there, Sam Matavisi is going to have it in hand. Running it hard at the line. Joshua Tuasova really hasn't had too much of the ball throughout this fixture. Feel like maybe there is still a chance that he might be able to get himself one last late minute impact in this one. Frank Lamani still out on the field as well. He's been out there for the whole time now. It's out into the hands of Viliami Mata. Got the man on the inside. Doesn't use him. Knife the Levu. Get him forward. Oh, that's a massive clean out there. Came from well and truly back there. And Callum Sheedy just got run over by the big Fijian forwards. It looks like at this stage, Will Rowlands is down a little bit here as well. Fiji, Sam Matavesi passes it back now. Good hands there from it was in the end. Oh, it's the name that I can't pronounce, so I am just going to try and forget that he did touch the ball, but going for once again here, it is going to be Atalifo. Still available here for Fiji, just outside of the 22. Frank Lamani now passing it back once again to the big locks. They haven't made any changes in the locks yet in this one as well. 9 phases. It is going to keep on happening now. They're going for the cross kick here, chasing it hard here. Tuimamba. Has he got the pace? Not quite. And it is going into touch. Or actually, what's the number 20 there? Dakawanga, who was trying to get after that. Come on, boys, as well, says Mulivoro. And also, what the second yellow card? How many minutes till he returns back into the field as well, says Resnov. They have still got another 2 or 3 minutes till he does make his way back out there. And also, we have got there. Do the Fijians reach the top 10 if they win? Says Sebastian. They do indeed. If they just win this game, Fiji, they will move up to 9th in the Rugby World Rankings, and Wales will drop to 11th, which is the lowest that Wales have ever been, if that was the case. So that is certainly what they will not want. 2 fours in a row as well, says Rice. Yeah, that's not looking too good here for the Kiwis, that is for sure. And also the crying emojis from Rice as well. Worst bowling performance all tournament, as well, says Music Kiwi. And also our worst power play, I believe it was. And also we have got the Hamish Bika Sports Semi here to send us regards on the World Cup match as well, says Lamar. So thank you very much, mate. Send them back to him as well. Tell him congratulations for Australia being able to win this game, because it does look like at this stage it is extremely likely. But hope he is doing well. Hope he's enjoying the game in the middle of the night in Australia. We have got there. Go Fiji, go Tosa Viti Tosa as well, says Akisi. Still only the 1 point difference between these two sides, and it looks like it could be extremely close in the later stages of this one. What do they decide to do here, Fiji? Do they keep on going for that attacking style that they have been using throughout the match, or do they try and get themselves that penalty? And if they did get the penalty, would they take the 3? I feel like they would, but it's very hard to predict the Fijians for what they do decide to do. But currently inside of the 22 at the moment here, and Wales are going to be kicking this one downfield by the looks of it. Thomas Williams will be the man with the box kick. Tosa Viti Tosa as well, says it was Mulivoru, and Go Fiji can win as well, says Gabis. And also, and then we had another 4 for Australia, and Go Fiji, says Colaneo. A stage good tackle on it was Tuituru. Once again, looking to the short side. Frank Lamani grubber in behind from Ben Villa. Didn't look like the right option there. Oh, big hit though from Fiji. If they've been able to get this ball back, not quite. And now once again, Wales look like they will be kicking this one downfield at some stage. Adam Bear, first of all, passing it across though to Gareth Thomas, who is getting one of his first carries of the second half since making his way out there. For it was Reece Gear we have got there. Come on, Fiji, run them down as well. And also, we have got there Volts as well, says Binkskin there. And also, thank you for both teams. Go Fiji, go. Thank you, commentator as well, says just 7. No worries, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. It is hugely appreciated. All the support you guys have been showing on this live stream now. It is going to be in the hands of Tuistuvu Wakanidu. He seems to be one to watch out for in the later stages of this game. It's going to be an advantage to Fiji. Do they blow it? Not quite. Fiji use up about 1 more minute on the clock. They will be back to the 14 men. Ben Villa, nice salad. Dummy goes for the grubber once again. It's sitting up for him, is it? No, not quite. Oh, big hit there from one of the Fijians, and they are going back now for the penalty. We haven't got their feel bad for you as well, says Hamish. And also we have got their come on, Fiji, run them down as well, says Joseph. And hit the subscribe and like the like button as well. Or hit the like button, says Gabbies. And also we have got there, what do you mean? What do you mean it's okay as well? And also we have got there, this is getting intense. Such an interesting match so far. And that has been the same with all of the international rugby fixtures we've had this weekend. Every single time, they all come down to the wire almost for these matches. But now a couple more subs being made by Fiji. And it is now going to be the number 19 making his way out there, which is going to be Tavita Ratuva. And also they are making a second sub. And I believe more than likely, I want to say that it is the number... Oh, actually, they might be bringing on Matawalu. They are indeed. It is Frank Lamani being replaced. And also like the stream and subscribe to the channel. Much appreciated for the support as well, says Sebastian. And Bulla Ulme, the best team win. Tosa Viti Tosa, crunch time as well, says Asia. And also there's a Fijian fella in red number 19 as well. Number 19, I assume that would be Tavita Ratuva. If I'm not right, also we have got there. I legit cried as well. I'm 30 off 30 or 37 off 30 and go Fiji go, says Rasiate. And also cheers. Cheer Tiko Viti as well, says Joseph. And also, is it a Fiji penalty? They have not got one quite yet, although they do, but it is inside of their own half, so they are not kicking it for the goal. And also we have got there, do not lose hope, guys. You will win as well, says Gabriel. And also is Nicola Matavalu playing, or Matavalu in. He is indeed. Just made his way out there. Sam Matavisi goes to the back, and the rolling maul of Fiji is starting. This is one of the furthest rolling mauls we have seen so far. Adam Beard straight through the middle, though, and he's trying to stop it. He's pulling it back as well. Sam Matavisi, a lot of pressure on him. It has gone down, and it is available now. And it's going to be Matawalu. Passes it back, and they are once again going to be driving their way forward. Matawalu calling his shots from the halfback jersey, and it's going to be Tuithuvu once again hitting it up. Now out the back line. This is looking good for Fiji. Tries to find the offload, though. That wasn't a good choice for them. And now Adam Beard going to be passing it back across field. Still in the hands of Wales. Now they have been able to turn it over. And at this stage, Australia need less than one runner ball to be able to win the World Cup. And also we have got there, Wales need to start playing top four rugby. All for all the passion of the fans. I don't think the team ever delivers at home like it should as well. Now it's going to be Lewis Rees-Zammit kicking it in behind. Might have a bit too much. No, it's going to be pulling up. He's perfectly weighted in, and he scores the try. Lewis Rees-Zammit, and that might have put the icing on the cake there. Lewis Rees-Zammit, the pace of that man. He's just pretty much kicked it from the halfway line, chased it all the way. It pulled up about a metre away from the dead ball line, and he was able to get himself the try as well. They're going upstairs, though, and hopes up. Homies as well, says David. And also Fiji have a good team. Judy, Wales are better as well, says Big Skin. And also we have got there fast as well, says Days Off. And also brilliant commentary, bro, says Richie. Thank you very much, mate. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is hugely appreciated. All you guys being here. Come on, Wales. And try, says Sebastian in the chat as well. And okay, at least it's not as bad as losing by 0 runs as well, says Music Kiwi. Yeah, at least it didn't go to a super over. That is for sure. Just checking that Lewis Rees-Zammit from halfway did kick that one, and he's just got all the pace in the world. They are just getting some grounding pitches. I believe he did get that one down there for Lewis Rees-Zammit. Boom, Lewis Rees-Zammit. And number 19 in red, he's a Fijian boy. Oh, okay, it's Christ Chinza. I believe you confused me a little bit there, Johnny, due to the fact that Wales are actually wearing black for this match, which well and truly confused me. Oh, does he keep control of that ball, Lewis Rees-Zammit? He didn't have a lot of control, but I think he had maybe wasn't enough. It's going to be a hard one to predict. Wales score, says Japanese. They're very close to it. They're just looking at it on the TMO. I don't think he's... Oh, has he got control of that ball? I think his hands have slipped over the ball, but it's whether or not he has got just enough of it. He's got a hand on it. He's got a hand on it. He's got a hand on it. I would say... is there downward pressure? That's going to be a 50-51 try in the chat, and no try, says Colineo. And also we have got there Vanaka Viti in the chat from Colineo. As on Go Fiji Go from it was Kisi there. Okay, clear separation is what they are looking for. Give the ball to Tuisova as well, says Davida. He's actually only touched it once, and I thought he was going to have a lot more of it as well. He never had control of it as well. And there, is there any... I don't know how they're going to call that one. For me, he's got hardly anything on it when he does put it down. But is there enough of the hand or the wrist? I think they are trying to say maybe that he has got it. How much time left as well, says Apex. Game out at this stage. We have got another 6.5 minutes left in this one. New Zealand losing as well, says 257. They are indeed. Okay. 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 So pretty much they are going to give that one as a try. And the reason being, Lewis Rees-Zammit has scored it quickly. I will add him to the try scorers list. So they have said that they needed, due to the fact that the on-field decision was try, they needed clear separation between the hand and the ball to be able to overrule the on-field call of try. If it was no try on the field, they would have needed clear evidence that he did ground it, and maybe it would have gone the other way. But due to the fact that he did have the on-field decision in his favour, that is why they have awarded that one to Lewis Rees-Zammit. We have got there no try as well, says David. And also, hey, Hamish, we all love you as well, says 257, the Felix Mutual, mate. And also, Go Fiji Go, says Saurasi. And also, we have got there, anyone know the score in the cricket? New Zealand, at this stage, they are under a lot of pressure. Australia need 24 runs off 24 balls, I believe, was the last that I did see. And Warner was able to get himself 53 runs off 38 balls. So he was doing very nicely. And Christ Ginger, Chinza, new Fijian boy for Wales as well. And at this stage, another 4 runs for Mitch Marsh. He's been on fire throughout this game as well. I said Hardy, Lewis Rees-Zammit, and Cuthbert would score today's tries as well, says Vic Boy. So you're not a mile off there, to be fair. Hardy, in fact, he did score the try, didn't he? Lewis Rees-Zammit and Cuthbert. So you've been able to nail that one, mate. So well done there. And also we have got there in the chat as well, Tosso in the chat from Sebastian, but that one has gone over. So now Fiji are going to be 8 points down in the later stages of this game. Still another 5 minutes, though. So if Fiji can get themselves some form of points, they might be able to get back into it. Mitchell Marsh literally smashed, bro, as well. And also 5 minutes left. Give it all you got, Fiji, as well, says Davida. And again, says Music Kiwi, and Black Caps are getting wrecked, says Music Kiwi. Yeah, it is not going their way at this stage. Australia chasing very well, and that's a penalty to Fiji. Oh, that's a penalty to Fiji. Tui Mumba making his way onto the field. That is for Tui Kuvu. But this penalty, there's an 8 points difference between these two sides. Do Fiji now go for the corner, or do they go for the 3 points now to get them back within 7? They're going for the corner here. It is going to be Ben Vulavala who does take it on. Tosso Fiti Tosso as well. And Culture Clash as well, says Bastion, says Johnny, and also Bruh in the chat from Rice. Kicking it for the corner here, and they are going to have the line out 10 meters out here. Go for the kick as well, says Davida. They have decided for the line out. And now at this stage, it's going to be important that Fiji do get this one right. They have still got Sam Matavesi. He's been out there the whole time, and he has been put in a shift for his side. Go, Fiji, go. And where is the World Cup next year? As well, says Music Kiwi. I believe if we're talking, I know the Women's World Cup is in New Zealand, I believe. But I'm not too sure about the Men's World Cup. It might be Australia 2027, I think, or somewhere around there. Queen Elizabeth will give independence to Fiji if Fiji wins as well. Says 257 and kick for the goal, says Jabez. And also time for Kiwis to all dwell in tears and have a day off work as well, says Johnny Blaze. Passing it back now. It is going to be Fiji once again trying to drive their way for Matavalu. Alice Jenkins, has he been able to get it? No, not quite. Round the side now it is going to be, I believe it was Oroni Maui. Going to be passing it back there. I'm looking round. Where is Tuisova? He is someone who can definitely cut open this game if he does need to. If they can use their backline way out on the wing there. Oh, Tuisova throwing himself at the line. Or actually, I believe that was actually number 12 there. Now it is once again wide cut out pass there. Naya Falevu already scoring 2 tries by Wales. Straight on the ball, losing the footing if they, yes, they have. And now it is still going to be available here for Fiji. One more try will put them right back into this contest. Do they use the backline? Matawalu will get to decide here. Straight out in front of the post, just throwing the big forwards at the line. Great drive there, but it's going to be held up, which does mean now with it being held up, it's a goal line dropout. Pass to Tuisova. Give it to Tuisova as well. Says Guppies and go Fiji, go in the chat. 17 from 20 for New Zealand as well. And a subscriber Fiji score as well. Says Tavita, they were close, but they were held up there. And a fitness battle at the stage. Hold it together, Wales as well, says Richie. And also we have got their Wales have a new star in Reece Sabat as well, says a whole Bitcoiner. He is certainly an up-and-coming prospect. He did get a little bit of time for the British and Irish Lions tour, but it wasn't a lot at all. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. Glenn Maxwell and Trent Bolt at the moment having a bit of a laugh between each other, but this stage it is going to be Australia more than likely winning the Cricket World Cup. We have also got there France the World Cup as well, says Amina, and also Okamon says Davida, and 16 from 20 as well, and also Queen Elizabeth will give independence as well, says 257. Now it is going to be in the hands of Tui Mumba, throwing himself forward at the line, but 40 meters out here, Fiji. Another opportunity for them. Backline movement looking like it is going to be opening up. Ben Vulavala trying to pierce the line. Doesn't do it too often, but when he does, he can be dangerous. Now down the wing here, it is going to be Viliami Matawalu. Pass that back across field. Good hands there from Fiji. They need to retain this ball. 2 minutes left. If they don't score in the next kind of 30 or 20 or so seconds, they are going to be in trouble. Oh, Tuisova there has now got the ball. Does he know it's out on the wing to the number 20, Ndakawanga. Tuisova, he looks like he's injured at the moment. He must have taken quite a big bit of contact there, but Fiji, 1 minute and a half left in this game, and they are going to be passing it back. Tuisova's knee is what he is looking like. He is limping at the moment. He is literally standing still, and penalty goes the way of Wales. And they have done very nicely there. Looks like he wanted to take the quick tap. Thomas Williams decides against it. Come on, Fiji as well, says Sidian. And hopefully I pronounced it correctly. Go Fiji. Go for the final push as well, says Josefa. And also that's chat. Our lowest ranking in our domestic game can't win any European Cups as well. They need to sort something out as well, says it shortly. And also we have got their drop catch, bruh. And also in there, I remember how Australia smashed Pakistan as well, says 257. Yeah, they did very well in the semi-final, and now they have gone on and they have won themselves the final as well. The player of the match for this game, Liam Williams, has been awarded at him. Also Ryan Elias, and I'll also say Viliami Mata. And alongside him, I would say as well, someone just give a big shout out to the captain of Fiji, which is Naya Falevu. Whoever's got there, it was great. Or Kiwi, it was still a great run, lads. I'm looking forward to seeing more of the Black Caps in the future. And they have actually got a tour for T20 up against India in a very short moment indeed. But now at this stage, it is going to once again be the line-out option for Wales. They may look at just kicking this one straight into touch, although if they win this game by 16 or more points, which at this stage, I believe they're only leading by the 8. So they can't actually get this one by more than 16, because that would be the most that is possibly available for the Rugby World rankings, I should say. To Fiji score, says Juppies. They did miss out, unfortunately for them, but now Wales look like they want one more try, perhaps. Going forward, Halaholo. It is great to see him back in the Welsh kit after missing quite a bit of the first couple games. Now, once again, Wales on the 22, looking for the draw and pass here. Kicking behind from Callum Sheedy. Going to be sitting up there for Ben. Oh, Vola didn't want it. And now at this stage, it will either be a 22 dropout here for Fiji, or they will have the scrum game finished as well, says Davida. There is currently only 20 seconds left in this one. So more than likely, once they kick it back into the hands of Wales, the ball will be going out. And then it will be the end of the game as well. We have got there Vanaka Fiji as well. Good game as well, says Aditia. They played extremely well here, Fiji. So at the end of the day, they played a majority of this game. In fact, they played about 40 minutes of this game with 13 men on the field. They're still looking for the offload, still looking for one last try in this one as well. I believe Tuisova was still having a bit of an injury with the knee, but it looks like Fiji want to go the full length of the field here, perhaps. Driving forward, that was almost a little bit of an illegal clean out there from Fiji, but now it's a little bit of a contest from it was Annabelle. Beautiful offload. Oh, another one from Fiji. Oh, flicking it out the back. This is the Fijian flair that we love to see. Still looking for the offload there. Finds it as well. And they are still going, Fiji. They're up to the halfway line now, looking to the short side. It was, in the end, Maui. Not allowed to take it there, Ryan Elias. He's been out there for the full game. They didn't actually go and use Bradley Roberts in the end. Once again, going to be passing it back out their back line here. Fiji, nice little bit of a step there from Ben Villa. Villa flings it wide. Nicely out into the hands of Mata. Close to the touchline. Tui Mamba just able to keep in the field of play. This is 7 phases in a row here for Fiji, and they are not giving up. The visitors did well overall, but discipline could have been a lot better as well. Okay, but I'm going to go cry myself back to sleep as well. And Fiji done by the ref. Says it, Gary, there. And also, thank you, commentator, as well. Says 7, no worries, mate. Although the game is still not over now. It's a cross kick in mind. It's gone straight into the hands there of it's now going to be Thomas Williams. He's backing himself. They don't want the game to end at this stage. Alaholo is getting spun around by the big Fiji. It's almost nailed. He's breaking out of the tackles. Sam Matavisi, everyone for Fiji are just committing to every single ruck at this stage. But now Wales have decided they want to give their crowd a show and give it one more last attempt at a try. They've got the advantage as well by the looks of it. Passing it back across here. Wales have decided they want one more up the middle now. And it's going to be the number 13. He's got the draw and pass. Gives it to him as well. And Wales are going to score the final try of this match as well. And they have been able to get there in the 82nd minute as well, no matter win or lose. Anoko, Carlo, Anoko, Vanua. Hopefully I did pronounce that correctly, but it was Liam Williams. Fitting try for that man due to the fact that he did just get man of the match just a few moments ago. But Liam Williams gets the try for his side. And now Wales, their crowd are on their feet at the moment, but the game will finish 38 points for Wales. And it will be, I actually put 38 minutes for Liam Williams to score, but it was the 82nd. And it will be 38 to Wales and 23 for Fiji. We have got there. Thank you, commentator. Love from Fiji as well. Thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciated all you guys being here for this live stream. It was the draw and pass, the break from Wales. They decided that they wanted to keep on going. 162 likes we have it on this live stream as well, which is absolutely awesome. And I do thank every single one of you for being here for this live stream, no matter win or lose, as well, says Jabez. And also, good commentator, well done, as well, says Joseph. And also, thanks for bye, and thanks for great commentary, says Barry. And be sure to hit that subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen, anyone who is new, because we're going to be back every single week with more international rugby, whether it is going to be Fiji playing, whether it's the All Blacks, Ireland, Wales, everyone is going to be playing, and we are going to be covering it on the channel as well. Time to drink some cover. It makes my skin dry and itchy. Dossa whale, Dossa, as well, says Johnny Blades there, and it adds on to Fijian misery when they shot themselves in the foot earlier in the first half as well, says Sammy Souza, and also great commentary as well. And what did why did Vulavula kick it? As well, says Reznov, I'm not too sure, to be honest. He decided that he wanted to go for the cross kick, but he didn't realize, I don't think, that Tui Sova had an injured knee from a little bit earlier on. Why Vulavula kicked that ball as well, says Sairasi. And also good game, guys, as well, says Gabriel. And also thanks, commentator. And also, did their best as well, says Anisi. They worked well with what they had. At the end of the day, Fiji only having the 13 men, like I mentioned, for 40 minutes of this game, having a red card. Uroni Sawi was making some impact for them. Vulavula is the dumbest player for Fiji, as well as Lake Sean Vanaka for a good game, Fiji. And 35-19 was my score prediction. Decent shout as well. Very close in that regard, with that 38 points to 23. And Wales, did you pay the ref as well, says Becca D in the chat. And also, cheers for tuning in, everyone. It was an awesome game, as well, says Sebastian. And it closed out an awesome round of just rugby that we've seen for the Autumn Internationals. But what I will quickly do while you guys are all here in the chat, what they do on YouTube is they do actually have the highlights that they will upload to this game a little bit later on tonight. So we will quickly go like this, and I will try my best to be able to remember. It is the Autumn Nation Series, I believe, is the name of the channel. But I will give you guys the link to that channel that they have been posted on, so that you guys can look at the highlights of this match. Tell me what you think of it as well in the comment section of this live stream after you guys have checked it out. Just subscribe, thanks to you, Tom, commentator as well. Says David, no worries, mate. And Fiji coaching staff needs to look for Vulavula replacement as well, says Riznov, and they will be considering it maybe in the future as well. He had a few good moments in this game. His kicking was good when it was off the tee, but then he did a couple cross kicks that maybe didn't quite work out too well. And also, we've got that thanks, commentator. Cheers. And I'm happy for Wales as well, says Anisi there and by in the chat. And Vulavula should have been subbed earlier. So what we will do quickly is that is a link to the Autumn Nation Series YouTube channel. And what will be on there in about maybe a few hours' time or so, it will actually be the highlights of this game. And yeah, hopefully you can actually see all of the other game highlights from the weekend that we have had. The likes of, they have got Australia versus England on there. Also, they have got Italy versus Argentina, Scotland versus South Africa, France versus Argentina, you name it. It is on there at the moment. Tough luck for Fiji, but at least they tried. Good commentary, Hamish, as well. Great weekend of rugby. It is indeed. And we've got even more games that are taking place next weekend. Vanaka, bro, for commentating. Great work as well. And God bless us, says Reznov, back at you, mate. And thank you very much for every single one of you who did tune in for this one as well. Referee 2 is like teaming with Wales with wrong decisions as well, says Messin. And hey, Hamish, bye. Joined too late as well, says Kevin. No worries, mate. But at this stage, the result of this game, Wales have been able to get the win in the cricket. It's looking like Australia will be able to win it. 5 runs needed from 9 balls left. So they have done very nicely in that one as well. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning into this live stream. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like. Also subscribe to the channel if you're keen on a podcast where we talk all things international rugby. It is the pinned comment there, and it is the one that takes you straight to the Rugby Down Under podcast. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. The second link in that one as well will be for the Kiwi Lads Sport channel. If you do want to check that out, God bless the referee as well. In the chat says Reznov, and thank you for everything as well, says Anisi. No worries, mate. At the stage, it is 6:22 a.m. here in New Zealand. I'm feeling wide awake, so I'll probably end up sleeping in the afternoon, to be honest, the way that I've gone. Thank you for the stream, Hamish, and the whole weekend of rugby. Wishing you all the best, and see you next week, mate, as well, says Sebastian, and thank you for everything, says Anisi. No worries, and I've absolutely loved this weekend. The fact that we're back on the main channel and just able to do what we love in a little bit of a wider scale, I guess you could say, with the amount of rugby that we have had on recently. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Plenty more coming in the future, and I will see you all for the next one.